Lights on, gear up, squad in motion. Red, black, blazing on this ocean. Never vidam, never vegam. Headshot rhythm, no hesitation. Tuneracer, Ryzen, feel that spark. Valorant grinding after dark. Streets lit, fans in the zone. We play out, we play homegrown. Oh, dash like jet, aim like rain. Combo pride in every arena. Overlay glow, cyberpunk train. Victory's coded in ours.
Might let you think to that, but I'm always down for a surprise, so I'm gonna be part of the no.
No, a part of a knower.
Okay,
over
but
here.
do you think no, they won't be a favorite, or no, you don't think they'll win? Because I think they will be a favorite in the eyes of the community.
I just don't want to have my expectations crushed because, as I say, I expect the best Valorant of 2025 to just happen right now, and if I don't see it, to me, they're not the favorites.
Wow. Okay. I mean, hey, that's bold. But when you look at the caliber of the players on these two teams, it goes without saying, right?
Oh yeah, of course. I think that is going to be an absolute bloodbath. I hope that we do not see a lot of nerfs, but just thinking about everything that went into this match, the fact that Mini's here, Anders on the other side, like, to me, it goes back home.
Oh yeah, it's all cooking here, folks. It's going to be a great time. We got 8 teams that are remaining in this one, but only the best champions gauntlet. And of course, we want to know if Paris is ready. We know we're ready. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road and get these playoffs rolling.
The Sharks are circling here for Fnatic, hungry for that final kill.
To get to playoffs at an event is not easy, and it shouldn't be easy. There should be big hurdles you have to face, a wall you have to climb over.
Fnatic win it to lock in playoffs!
For me, I've made it to the playoffs of every champions. Playoffs don't start when the bracket drops. They start when we walk in.
But you cannot deny it, PRX are so damn back!
사실상 이제 저희 다음 상대 팀들이 모두 정말 강력한 팀인데 그래도 그 강력한 팀 중에서도 강력해야 저희가 좀 더 좋은 경기를 만들 수 있을 것 같습니다. 저는 현재 DRX를 상대로 만나고 싶지 않습니다.
When we started this tournament, it was 6 wins to lift the trophy. Now it's down to 4. To any team that we play, there's a number to me, a number we're going to break through.
약간 경계를 할 만한 팀으로 생각을 할 것 같아요. 저희가 결코 약하지 않다는 것을 보여드리겠습니다.
When I was in the evil era, people doubted me, people hated me, people didn't believe in me.
Another chance for Jing, it's all over!
I won the trophy in front of all of them. PRX. We took that trophy away from them. We saw the tears and the sadness throughout them. But lifting up that trophy meant everything. If I was to win World Champ 2 times, I would build a legacy for myself. I'll build a storyline around G2.
Come on!
That's what I'm here for.
After all the second place and third place that we had, somehow in Toronto, we did it.
PRX, your Masters Toronto champions!
We show the world that we can win, you know. I knew that since the beginning, we still can be even better than the last tournament that we played, and we're still hungry to win.
We've been through the worst of the worst in terms of feelings that a competitor can really have. And we've also been through some of the best feelings that a competitor can have.
And now the winners of America's Total for 2025.
I think it just makes us more resilient. For those who thought we wouldn't be here, keep doubting. Look where it got us.
Be ready. I don't think any of you know what we're gonna do next. W train is coming. Choo choo.
Tu finiras en pause. Dis-moi comment je vais te rattraper, je suis en pleine forme. Garde tes belles phrases pour ton procès, je te prends.
And here we go. You couldn't have asked for a better way to kick off playoffs than with G2 Esports taking on PRX. Your Toronto finals running back, not in a winter final, not in a lower final. It's just at the start of playoffs. That's insane, Mimi.
It is crazy. The team that won that tournament against the one who nearly won in Bangkok to start it off. And looking at the veto, it's interesting to see G2 ban the bind away again. They did that in their last match, which means Corrode stays open, and they're the ones picking it.
But of course, how could they not? To me, coming into today and coming into this map veto, it was PRX, pick your poison. It's either going to be a best or it's going to be Corrode. G2 spot the floor there. And the fact is, we have never seen PRX playing this Corrode. So the sky is the limit. We've seen so many different interpretations. G2 are the only ones running the deco in a bunch of maps, Corrode being one of them. But I feel like every single team has their own interpretation and a lot of waylay.
I'm really curious if PRX might have some kind of Sage look on that map. They favored the Agent. I really like the way they play it on Sunset. I think there's some value on Corrode, but really it could be any comp. It could be a double duelist look, it could be something normal, or it could be something completely unique to PRX, because it is PRX at the end of the day. But we start off on Lotus, and that's, I think, the pinnacle G2 map of standard, right? They play their normal comp, they've been playing something similar all year. They run the solo Yoru with the Teo up against now the double duelist for PRX, but they just played against a very similar look from T1 in their previous game.
Yeah, exactly, and I think that they have to take a lot of learnings from that. On the side of PRX, the same. Of course, the moment that they knew that they were playing against G2, I love the fact that we had a break before this match. Because as I said, I expect the best out of this best of three. Coaches, we see that there is a huge binder that we've seen Josh using around, and I really, really hope that it has a way to beat PRX on this match.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, one thing is for certain, this is going to be an incredible game, but just because of the fact that both teams are really hitting at an all-time high. But I will say, to kind of bring it back to that Corrode conversation real fast, we haven't seen PRX on that map, right? I feel like that is dangerous territory. I don't know why, but every time I think like, oh, we don't know what PRX is going to do, that's when they're at their absolute fiercest and most dangerous.
The thing is that, at least in my head, it's PRX. They're going to play something that you probably do not expect, and the worst thing is that they're going to be good at it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Such an interesting match, too, because now this is a game with expectations of finals, of tournament winning caliber.
Oh, yeah.
But the history goes deeper. The first time G2, back then the Guard, ever attended an event as young rookies, it was 3 years ago. They played into a PRX then, who smacked them around, sent them to the lower bracket, and they went home the next game. It's a very different time now, and looking at the Agent select, there's no surprises. PRX, back to the Raze Yoru, G2 back to their Teo comp.
Yeah, I want to see if we're going to see innovation from those two. I look at Trent and Jonah B from the attack and what they can explain, and from the defense, I would love to see some operator. To me, something hits different with it. So it's another head-to-head that I really want to see this match.
G2 tends to be a lot better on their defense side, but for their attack, watch out for what set ideas they have on pistol rounds. And once we get into the gun rounds, how they're playing around Leaf's lurks. I think the amount of value he can get on the lurk impacts the way Valen can call this map a huge amount. So if PRX are effective in flushing him, that's a big win condition on their defense.
But I was going to say, if PRX can flush him out, and you know they're going to be looking for him out there, man. All right, folks, here we go. The question is, can G2 derail PRX's choo-choo train? Or will W Gaming send Valen and company down to the lowers for the second event running? Bren, Sideshow, the floor is yours.
And honestly, what a match to open our playoffs here. You have two juggernauts of their respected regions, the best of Pacific versus the best of Americas, clashing here today for our opening. It's bound to be fantastic. It's destined to be fantastic, genuinely. And we are hoping to see the very best brought out of either of these teams.
I think it's a great way to begin. So many of these players have been directly competing for the same trophies for years. Yeah, Jorg stealing it away from PRX, and PRX being able to take a bunch that G2 were fighting over. PRX looked to fight over A-Rubble at the start of this round, but they've been locked off.
And G2 are fast here, immediately going for that B plan, and Giacomo slipping through into the net and into the back line of the enemy team.
What a nice round here from G2 so far.
We're already seeing Util going to be used in spades on either side with that paranoia, trying to flush out the remaining players. PRX trying to get themselves in, but this is ingrained positions. Look at this, flipping the map ever so slightly. Salvos off of the first tap.
Jorg is rewrapping heaven.
Could be that backstab that's sorely needed. PRX are just wondering where the hell these players are lying in wait. G2 are coming out with order preparation right now. Wonderful look here for the pistol round, but they're not done just yet. But that second round of salvos denies it all. Time being burnt all the way down here. And that's a first opening pistol round going away at G2.
That was so fast from G2. You expect PRX to be the team making decisions quicker in this game, really. And they weren't at all on this pistol. Maybe part of that is because of the amount of prep that G2 have put in. They knew exactly what they wanted to do right from barrier drop. But they were instantly into B, immediately re-pushing. Jorg wrapping around.
Let's go.
Easy pistol. Easy. It was. And now G2 have set themselves up quite nicely. Getting an outlaw into Jorgamo's hands. Leaf really happy playing with that. They're so happy playing with the stickers as well.
Certainly are. And this looks like a bit of a trap play potential there for it. Players are lying in wait. Flash triggered. Bit of a peek around the corner. Jing, something Forsaken will collapse as well. Snap shut with the trap. Jorgamo's going to try and at least even this one out. 3 players still alive here for G2.
How'd you get the spike back?
I'm going to try to go back into this one, of course, because the spike is out into the middle of nowhere. The question of how you get it back is the least of their concern, I think, right now for G2. Hurting bad. How the hell do you even get past this as well? Smokes on smokes. That's just off sound cues. Giacomo hears it, scuttling in the sand, takes it with a no-scope, picks up the upgrade. PRX could still be deadly in this spot though. Snakebite ricocheting back to try and pull them back out. What a face from them. And now, surely the cherry on top. Leaf just dropped down to that 30 HP. He's got to do it now with just that. Outlaw missing the first shot. Anticipating the re-swing, 35 seconds left.
I think this is the only gun that Leaf could have a chance with.
It's an awkward engagement, but he's got to be so damn sharp. Magnetic onto their heads, picks up the rifle, but with the pistols, it's all PRX.
How have they done that? How on earth have they done that? Mastercard Thrifty instantly comes out from PRX with 1 ghost and 4 classics. Obviously, the trap play is really nice. You've got the Vice Flash comboed with the Paranoia, but you'd expect G2 to have some people ready for it. They had a few people behind Mount, but all of those players got hit with the Paranoia coming out from Forsaken. That's incredible. As you see a beautiful prep round from G2, and then PRX force a team fight in an unexpected spot, and as soon as G2 are away from the theory, they collapsed.
Yeah. One of the reasons we're so excited for this matchup, I think, is because it does have that stylistic twist to it, those differences. A question of can G2 keep up with the pace that PRX will throw at you? Can you keep up with the trap plays, the raw mechanical skill? But they have so much trust in their aim that they can just pull off some ridiculous stuff like we just watched.
And PRX are so happy to challenge you on unexpected timings.
Yeah, for sure.
And take risks, right? It's all about those calculated risks. Risks that become a lot less risky when you have players as good as PRX does. Don't be doing the stuff that they're up to in your ranked games, because you don't got it like that.
You're not them.
No, you are not him.
It's quite poetic as well that we open up on Lotus here last 2 times. The last time that these 2 teams faced off, Lotus was the finisher. PRX got the win against G2 at Toronto. Should be a pretty good cleanup. No problems, but as I say that, hold on. Yeah, rifles are being acquired. The sight is theirs too. Wrapping around from the side is something. That flank has to come to fruition. It's a backstab that must be the insurance policy playing off now for them as well. That Prowler not quite broken in time. Something now finally activated, getting involved towards it. A smoke in the face. Pacman cleaned up. It's up to Leaf now in that 1v2. Knows the rough position. Something's just holding it. Shorty in hand though. Not enough with the shots. Devi saves the day.
Close one there because we nearly had a Thrifty back in the other direction. Leaf left in a somewhat similar scenario to the previous round. And Devi cleans it up with the Outlaw. That's the only weapon, though, that PRX are going to be able to carry through. They've actually upgraded it to a Phantom. So one rifle, they're going to carry through into the next. There are going to be a lot of chaotic moments like this, because that's the way that PRX play. And thriving in the chaos and keeping your guns out a lot of the time as well is one of the best ways to play against them. They're actually not even going for a bonus here. Something. Forsaken, Devi, all forcing up. So they could have played this as a delayed bonus round in round 4, and instead they're like, nah, let's just get into the rifles. Let's smack heads, crack heads, and see who wins.
Shown early here by PRX. Slow going though for G2. You can expect this from most of their rounds. It's comedy. They want to wait out that gate crash timing for something, knowing that he's going to be posted up. Run over the top. Doesn't get broken. That's no TP exit. Jordan was forward a dimensional drift. And a chance potentially to punish. Picking out the available util is going to be deaded off though, so the one's going to be delaying any sort of backup. Jordan does have side control for now.
A nicely executed round. Good theory there to push Forsaken away, because he's normally so difficult to deal with. And PRX, they don't like playing set retakes, but this time forced to. They are looking for a lurker. Something is hanging around for quite a while with this operator, looking towards front B, wondering where Leaf is. Leaf's just watching the flank.
Yeah, now forced to play the retake into this one. We've already that paranoia. Satchel forge. Jingo is going to be near side.
Double TP!
Close, double TP! Into the back lines! It's dealt with instantly. And that's Valin is hungry for it. Carnage onto the site. Straight into the thick of things. Something wants nothing to do with it.
Really well played post plant there from G2, because I love what Forsaken was cooking in the midst of all of that. We've seen some bonkers TP plays. I'm thinking about Mako.
It's very Mako-esque, isn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
But also, of course, Forsaken or even Jing, whoever's playing the Omen for PRX is going to be pulling out plays like that as well. But not quite getting the value out of it that Forsaken was looking for. He was just hoping that the rest of his team could provide a distraction. Instead, it's G2 smoke player. There's a head-to-head to keep an eye on as well. Valin versus Forsaken. Great collection onto Jing early on. And manages to pick up another couple in the round as well here.
Enemy remaining.
3 killed.
Yo, Forsaken, you probably think I'm talking shit right now, but I love your skincare routine. That's fine.
Yeah, I think that sums up the series, really.
Everyone loves everyone, man.
Yeah. There's no real skin in the game. There's no real revenge arc, unlike G2 versus T1. These are just two competitors, two sides that really do respect each other.
And why wouldn't you? I mean, they're both incredible teams.
Not finished yet, are they? Listen, damage is being done on either side here. Something still with that operator saved into the next. He evens it out, 4v4.
That's the only gun that they have available, though. Not that it stops PRX from winning in round 2. They were doing that with just classics in hand.
Jorgamo, aggro position, and he's going to be finding himself in. Could be donating a rifle if he's unlucky in the process.
Absolutely, on an anti-eco, you don't normally take these kind of risks.
Doesn't have a gate crash down.
He's got a clone.
Could be dangerous. Oh, that gamer timing's bloody hell, that's a lot of damage done. Jing barely alive there. Something trying to at least punish from the sides. Devi! Lights him up! Makes the Sheriff sing with shots like that, and these pistols could still do that real damage. Real quick worth, leads it down to Jorgamo in that 1v2! That riot damage finally pays off. Rebel flip for Jorg. High octane action is what you came for, and you're gonna bloody get it.
PRX will sometimes hit some remarkable shots. That double kill from Devi with the Sheriff in hand shows you that in every one of these rounds, even when the weaponry's light, G2 are going to get pushed to the brink. But Jorg is up to it this time. The clone play as well stopped him from getting punished earlier on by something, and then he comes back around. Just catches the timing there to win the 1v2 towards the end. Now Leaf has picked up Something's operator, saved from the previous round, and is the player looking towards this push. Missed a shot on a Jing that was flying past him. That would have been an incredible one to land.
A tremendous amount of util though over towards A Rubble, so G2, they get the call, they get the read, they're like, okay, we're going to speed up over towards C. The wall's going to be stopping them, and the drone. Something with a reposition, this could cook.
Time to jump.
There's also an opportunity here to slow things down a little, and Something's going to look for that information. Sees 3 players out here.
Spotting the whole team now.
To be honest, I don't think there's much you can do off the back of this. It's just for pure information, which will make some kind of flood retake slightly weaker, but with the showstopper and the Steel Garden, PaperX are still in a really nice spot to stop any of G2's planting attempts.
There's poking and prodding on either side, isn't there, with that util sent flying forward. Still 50 seconds left.
Well, and also look how decent this holdover towards a rubble is for PaperX. They have 2 players posted up over here. One is the Raze with ult, so you are being driven into the B or C sites right now.
It's going to be going into C. Door opens up. Sight lines are there, but 30 seconds remaining. Jorgamo might be gearing up for a bit of a fight there. Stun still. It's going to be hitting towards the back, and the shot still distracted for a second. It's traded out evenly by Jing Dubai. Still at the back, and heads are turned away from him. He combines the might. Him and Patman really doing the damage. But Forsaken, the IGL, inserts himself into the conversation.
Of course he does. The Omen ultimate allowing Forsaken to get there as quickly as possible. He was the guy posted up with Jing, covering over towards rubble. Jing comes in to reinforce B, and Forsaken apparates over to the other side of the map as well. One of the biggest strengths of this PaperX team on the defense side, how mobile they are. Feels like you've got an idea of where they are on the map, and then suddenly they pop up completely in the other direction. Something's gone for a judge in this round. Holding up towards front B, you'd expect him to tuck behind the box. He's actually getting in front of it a little.
Horn catches, you know, there's no way. There's no way you're going for this.
He's a nutcase. He's a nutcase. Again, this is an anti-eco round, one where probably you don't want to be taking too many risks. But something pushed up forwards.
Yeah.
Patman to bait.
If you're not diligent clearing that, you're going to be surprised.
Now, Forsaken's used one of his teleports to get into this position, and his comp doesn't have a Viper wall to help him escape.
No, so good luck getting out.
He's quite committed. He takes the opportunity with the attacker's Viper wall to get out of there. He's not as crazy as we thought.
He's going back in.
He's gone
back in, mate.
Okay, hold on.
Go back to Woods. He's going back in, and Levy's going to clean him up.
I take it back.
50 seconds left. This is still early days. In the big picture, if Levy can get a bit more ground going, he might call for the rotations to occur over towards A.
And that's a gun down. Forsaken is always going to be going for the extra little bit. This time punished for it. Don't know why I ever believed he was backing off.
No.
This tap of the door and the fact that Forsaken's gone, pulling players defensively towards A as the hit on C comes through. Survive forced to give up space.
Yeah, Nightfall and Valentold as well clears out most of the site there. He loses the fight out to Patman. Cleaned up that straggler. Device still here. Hanging around into the sidelines. He's going to get that first connection. A bit of running, gunning though is ordered up here by G2. And Jonah P, why not pull out a sidearm? Secondary's getting that job done. Finishing up here. It's 2v3. And a Nightfall committed. This looks winnable for PaperX. They want to send it forwards. Judge in hand. Something's gone against the Stingers and against the Rifles. Patman's left to do it all now. And a lot of damage being done in the process. Spraying them potentially down to a killable range. Patman himself very, very low. 51 health to get it done. High-low setup, G2 trying to play it with that discipline, with that diligence. Being disjointed, being picked apart. Time is running away from it right now. That wasn't a rifle he picked up, just a judge. Patman's going to get it done now. 9 bullets and time running short. Trent from on high. It's a thrifty round converted. G2 not finished. Neither team wants to really give up even an advantage here.
This round, Forsaken's death is massively important. Even though Leaf whips a little bit on the lurk over towards A, it just pulled all of the players away from C, so PaperX couldn't really flood in properly. I love the idea of Valen calling like a quasi-fake in this round, and also making sure that they always have post-plant aggression, right? Look how deep they're fighting in some of these rounds. Even when you think back to the pistol, it's a great theory to bring in the game against PaperX.
I don't want to count PaperX out when they got ults in their hands. A few weakened weaponry, but a rifle into the hands that do count.
The economy's been going back and forth so heavily. I feel like we've barely seen a rifle round with both teams having full equipment.
It's not been a standard game, that's for sure.
The clone's getting a lot of value, by the way. PaperX needs to start shooting that before it gets rid of Devi's wall. On C, on B. Jorg has been able to bait those out fairly easily.
Big group up though by G2, looking to send it flying forwards here. Onto the C site. There's no util used to push them back, so no one is home, but Leaf dropped down. That was it. The mid lurk cleaned up, and that's a rifle as well. They can hand over to the opposition. Still very much winnable. Information gathered. Something going to be playing for his life in this spot. PaperX still have a chance to get back in. Especially with Jing's showstopper. Door's going to be open up from behind. Steel Garden as well. Just putting the squeeze now onto these G2 players. Get the corral and cower into the corner. With a nade at your back and a gun forwards. Jing, watchful eye on every single extremity. Weapons finally back in action, but again, Jorgamo's got too much to do. Swarmed by PRX. 4-4, evened up.
That's a flawless. And it's a thrifty. Again, the team with no weaponry is coming in here and getting the win. Second round in a row as well that Leaf has been punished on a lurk. It's fine to take those kind of risks, but man, PRX, if they're shooting, so you need to make sure that you're shooting back. Jing came in here on a warpath, didn't he? He hasn't even used the showstopper.
No, he didn't need to use it.
I mean, Alex and Minnie are just laughing about this because I think that maybe a bit frustrated. They're losing the rounds, so they feel like they should have an advantage, but they're winning the ones where they don't.
Hey, at this point, the game's out of their domain.
It's topsy-turvy, isn't it?
It's in the hands of the players.
We need them.
Well, G2 have got the lower buy this time, so they're going to win. And also, especially if Leaf can actually get in a position to put down his Viper's Pit, they've got a great chance of it.
Yeah. Big mound push, but you're seeing instant rotations. PRX trying to follow the noise and the sound cues. They want to get involved into the fight as early as possible.
A fake into a B hit here would be such a nice call from Valen. Prowler goes out front B right now and does detect Leaf, so they might start reinforcing B, and Jing's ultimate could be a great one to stop the pivot through coming in. I think for sure the idea there was to end B and try to get the pit up, but now that Leaf's been detected, gonna have to adjust.
And G2 just going into a straight up honest A hit. Again, they don't have the guns and just spotting out the barriers to bodies. That flash and a peek, Divide! Oh my, Divide!
What a flash!
The reactions and sharp shooting is across the board right now for PRX. Firing on all cylinders.
And stabilizing their economy as well. Starting to get up to a really tidy amount of money in the bank. Leaf, final player, executed with a bullet to the back of the head. Devi's so entertaining to watch on Lotus. I know that the whole team is, let's be real. We've got a treat here to open playoffs, but the way that Devi flashes like this and swings out, he contests this stairs space so often on defense.
And he's not scared as well of pushing past when he knows they're on an eco.
No,
could be handing over a gun. If he ends up missing, it's pure confidence in the aim.
It's very confident, yeah. And he's very opportunistic. He takes good timings, actually. He's got a real sense for the game of when his opponents are not going to be expecting him. Of course, there's always risk inherent in the way that PRX plays on the defense.
Sure.
They're just good enough to be able to, for it not to matter a lot of the time.
This game is really boiling over, I think, in terms of just the pace that's being played by the two teams. When you see some of the best in the world clash, Valorant typically as well, sometimes one team will concede, but with the pace that PRX play at and G2 just so eager to meet them, match them, pound for pound, it just feels like you can't keep up sometimes as well. You're watching decisions being made lightning fast, way past your comprehension of what you're usually used to playing.
Well, here's the funny thing too. When you look at the last time that these two teams met, we talked about it a bit. It was Toronto and it was PRX coming out with a 2-0 win. And PRX's form, amazing. Won the tournament, everything looking great. You dial back the clock a little and look at more historic matchups. G2 usually had the edge in this match because they were the team that slowed the pace down and PRX just ended up feeding into them. The problem right now with playing slowly into PRX is they are so good currently. That style doesn't work anymore. They make such intelligent timing decisions, and their players are shooting so heavy. The form is so good. Good luck playing slow against them. It's really, really tough. I mean, you've seen that with Fnatic, for example.
This year's certainly been the evolution of PRX as a team. TP forwards into the one-way. That is spam into that. No, expecting the play.
They are really ready for that. It's a flash into a haunt play, but Jorg goes down anyway.
Opening the door will force them to concede a bit of space up, but PRX is going to be happy with the early pick.
Jorgamo's ultimate would have been the thing to win this round. Probably one of the tools that Josh RT was talking about.
Back into Jing here. You're going to be in trouble. Drone needs to be broken. It needs to be broken, and it is. He has that showstopper close quarters. Chooses to activate it now. Plays a scurrying, but against the back wall. That's mincemeat made of Fallon. Going to Pete. An attempt to answer that back straight away. Stun's going to be ricocheting, but a smoke in your face. It's a blockade that's put up in front of G2.
It's really annoying being Jing and thinking about the fact that that drone can take away your ult at any time, but when it's used like that to flush out a corner and it's broken, just opens the door for PRX's Raze.
Free game.
And this round, I can't imagine it going the way of G2 now. In a 3v4,
a lot will have to go right here, but Devi is already making sure that any sort of hurdles and obstacles are dealt with necessarily at that. Still G2 finding their mark. It's brought it into a 2v2.
This could be the opening.
To Nightfall. Scatters forwards, only the one tag. They don't know where something is there, but it's all being covered as well. Hell of an awareness, and the C's connects. Forsaken's position notified. Armageddon! My God, the slightest of angles to play out of. He's alive for now, but he's got to do it now with just 34 bullets left, and the off angle of Jonah P. It's electric stuff from the Professor.
And of course, the round where it looks like G2 might be down and out in a 2v4 scenario, they pull it back through. And there's an example of keeping guns out and punishing PaperX when they choose to take these opportunities. Here's Jing taking things into a 5v3, but it's these two kills here. Jing and Something contesting this B plant. Nice! Because they don't hit their shots, because G2 are ready for them. The round flips on its head. And G2 draw things level again. And now they've got a chance of using this Euro ult.
Have a big fight taken. Half of the course so far for PaperX. They'd love to be inserting, taking that rubber control early. G2 though, they speed it up again. Always heard picking out a bit of that util, seeing where the thorns are. Still a wall in your face, but Jorgamo's got all that space for free. Salvas in a one-way deep CT control. Name of the game already called for. What a snap to the head. Straight his way, that door's going to be opening up. This is PaperX trying to apply that pressure, but Jonah P covering the angles. And he cracks some weaknesses, but his back is currently open towards it. Something lurking up and around the pit. He's going to let them try and get involved and get back in again, but Jorgamo's still just dominating the extremities. And the pit now insurmountable is what it feels like in a 2v4, especially with the operator in Something's hand. They already give it up.
Yeah, you don't even have two rifles to be spamming in there and hoping that you get a kill on somebody. I think Patman needed to win that fight. Prowler into the face of, was it Jorg or Valiant? I can't even remember at this point, but
Jorg and CT.
Yeah, pushed up deep into spawn. I mean, if you're not going to be winning that duel when he's having to contest a Prowler, then you don't have too much avenue back into the round. I think these set-piece rounds on attack side have looked the best for G2. In terms of one team getting clean advantages over the other, the prep difference is here for G2. If you think back to the pistol, if you're looking at that round as well, there's been another couple sprinkled in the middle too. These are moments where G2 are able to get advantages over and above PaperX. And I think big credit to the coaching staff for recognizing these kind of openings and opportunities.
Oh, spawn, oh my gosh. Yeah, it is.
One more round left to be played in this half. I mean, it has just been rapid, beginning to end.
They're going into Forsaken this time. Oh no, not even. Worried a little bit there about the way that Forsaken was playing towards Mound. G2 give it up.
Oh my God, man!
He's so good.
Have a day off.
Something,
never will, he never will.
Something at this point in the year?
No.
Not happening.
It's not happening. No, he's really bringing it. In that head-to-head, this Jorg and Something are heating up. 12 kills for Jorgum, I believe 11 for Something at this point. Ult even popped off as well, getting a bit of extra information, but a TP back again. It's just Something heavy prior to get mid-round information for his team. And okay, as the smokes dissipate and just fade away, it's an open silent and open fight. Devi's going to be gone. Back to the spectator seats, 4v4, Something consistency there with the operator. Jorgum wants to try and take the fight straight to him, but again, PaperX, they're just fighting at every single side. It's never an easy fight. Pestering them from every single angle. PaperX, they're all over the place right now. With every fight going their way, it leaves it to Jorgen at 1v3. But it's looking inevitable. It's looking like an evened up half, 6-6. Could we have it any other way?
What a brilliant way of opening playoffs. And what a gorgeous adjustment towards the end there from PaperX. Forsaken flanking out through Mount. And Ultimate comes out from Something giving them all of the info as to where G2 were ending. So even though they got an opportunity to go into A, hit by a fade ult, flanked, you got no hope, no chance. PaperX tie things up at the half.
Absolutely too.
And what a promise of an incredible second half here on Lotus.
It's already delivering. Two best teams in their respective regions really clashing hard. We're going to get a bit of a breather now as well. I'm going to send it down to the floor. Lewis standing by with some very special guests.
Un visage familier, le cousin d'Alex m'a rejoint, Titouan, PaperX. Alex' cousin just joined me for an interview. Bonjour Alex, welcome. Bonjour Titouan, welcome of course to Paris. And the first question I wanted to ask you is, you've been following your cousins, you know, esports career for a while now. So my first question is he a better player or a better coach? Est-ce que tu trouves du coup que ton cousin est un meilleur joueur ou plutôt un meilleur coach?
Je pense qu'il est allé plus loin en tant que coach qu'en tant que joueur. Et puis, quand on connaît son niveau sur Valorant en jeu, il est bien derrière l'écran de coach.
Derrière ses joueurs, effectivement. So yeah, I think his career has been brighter as a coach than as a player, of course. And I think, yeah, his players are just too good for him to catch back. And the second question I wanted to ask you is, even though Alex spent his whole life in Singapore, he still has that French blood in him, right? So, you know, what is the most French thing that he has in his behavior? Donc pour toi, c'est quoi le trait le plus français de ton cousin Alex?
Je pense que ça peut se voir à la caméra, quand le plan il passe sur lui. Il peut être vocal, il sait se plaindre de ses joueurs. Et puis aussi, je pense qu'il aime bien manger.
He likes the French food, of course. He likes eating, and of course we can see it on camera. He's pretty nervous sometimes, you know. He gets also very vocal, so I think that's a pretty good presentation of your cousin. And now let's see if that French buff can carry PaperX on this map of Lotus. See you.
Listen, any advantage that either of these teams can get, I think they're going to be taken at this point, because they are neck and neck. It's a breakneck pace that's really just been occurring on either side here. 6-6 between these two teams. Anyone's game, and let's take a look at the Coinbase Econ report. Honestly, a lot to delve into here, but why not? Let's take a look at Devi. He's been a real impactful player, to be honest. A lot of his rounds off the back of him, individual plays that he was making.
Yeah, for sure. And also trying to take out the players who are at the front of the pack, I think, here for G2. You see, those are the people he's doing the most damage to. Makes perfect sense. He's usually in an anchor position, but you do see him go for those aggro swings. But now the sides swap. And so you're looking at people towards something. Jing, Forsaken even. The big three who are going to be entering and fighting on the attack side, trying to get into good positions. And a team that was doing quite poorly when it came to pistol rounds across stage 2, but winning anyway. And now at this event, kind of crushing. And it looks like there's going to be an enormous scrap towards B.
It's all gearing up, isn't it? Skirmish chord 4, why not? It's going to get bloody, and it's brawly at that. G2 though, the ones winning it out so far. Feed entirely filled up in their name. A 4-piece, 4-leaf.
Did you blink? Did you go away to get a snack during the halftime? You missed it.
You probably did, yeah.
I mean, that is another pistol perfectly predicted. Round 1, G2's coaching staff bring them up a pistol that finds the gap in B perfectly. Round 13, they predict PaperX going for pretty much the same thing and destroy them. If they lose this map now after winning double pistol, I mean, you can't blame Josh.
No, but also did the first one count? I mean, PaperX immediately eked the back. So.
Well, they might do it again, Brent.
They might do it again.
They've got the exact same buy, pretty much. 4 classics, and then Jing with a Sheriff instead of a Ghost.
It's relentless here. Look at this, already straight through the smokes, and you see Jorgamo taking that first point of contact. Already catching on to something as well. He was trying to TP his way all the way in. Watch him for it with a frenzy from that kind of range.
A medium-range frenzy spray transfer.
Okay. Why not?
He's been getting tips from Jorg.
I've seen it all now.
I mean, they're good with the stingers, but the frenzy's not been in the meta too much recently. But
works different on LAN, apparently.
Yeah. Well, a cleaner follow-up there from G2. So now they're the ones with a little bit of opportunity to run away with this one. Jing, on a crucial eco swing round, is going to pick up a judge here. They might be able to read into this because he had a Sheriff in the previous round, but where's he going to take it?
Flash forward's going to be broken. Jorgamo, he's not messing around. That's 2 shots to the chest. Something done.
Superstar player from PaperX. People looking at him as maybe the best player in the world right now. He's not going to get a chance in this round. PaperX really need a win here.
Bring them down.
Already losing 1 player early. Never ideal.
Drone comes out and re-clears over towards Rubble, just looking for a lurker that might be in this kind of spot. Valent not receiving reinforcements just yet, but now Jorgamo hits his gate crash, and G2 start to reinforce over towards C and B.
Spotting that one, Jonah P. No way is he winning that one. Stinger in hand against the rifle.
Very fraudulent America's moment.
Yeah, and even picks up the upgrade as well while he's at it. Back in his direction, I think, to get the gun back for Jing. But there is another one dropped down, courtesy of Devi. So.
Jonah spotted 2 there out of the 3 players. And Leaf's position on B is so difficult to clear. This corner just gets mega value every time.
Tucked up deep here, we're going to see the double satchel play. Jing's forwards, skip past this one. Sightlens is going to be spotted! And the bodies just line up for him, Jing! It's 2 eviscerated in a blink of an eye, and a forward approach now into that PE site. Heaven angle. It's not really contended, and it's not really done with a ricochet, trying to beat this one forward again with the fights to be taken. G2, they win it like that.
Bonus conversion.
Page out of PaperX's book. Pressuring the plant there just as it was going down. That stun from Trent is immaculate, isn't it? Lands onto the player defending the planter, and they come in swooping together.
No one from PaperX really covering it as well. I mean, listen, I can't fault them. My mouth's barely keeping up with the gameplay itself, so listen. The fact that they're still playing towards it.
Yeah, well, that's what I think has been most evident from this match, is that G2 actually look like the faster team.
Yeah.
If you had to, average out all the rounds, normally PaperX are head and shoulders above everyone. There are almost no teams that play quicker than PaperX does. And that doesn't mean speed to get the plant down or they always run fast rounds, but they just make a lot of decisions per moment of the match. And here G2 are preempting what they're doing and managing to stay 1 step ahead. And they've got an opportunity to start snowballing this half. Winning the pistol round and a bonus is pretty major. This is a tactical timeout coming out here from PaperX. I am interested to see how much Mini's talking in these kind of moments. Seems like at the moment he's just staying quiet, let the big boss Alex give most of the feedback to the team. It is cool seeing Mini there in person. I believe it's the first time maybe it's going to be a curse bringing him on site. I mean, you won the tournament last time by leaving him on.
Definitely would hope not. 3-round difference though between these 2 teams, but at the pace that is being played at, steadily, quite quickly.
Accurate player illa something nalla nare body shots
very early in the half. And maybe just addressing the speed, the style that G2 are playing. It's possible that PaperX were expecting G2 to play more set reads.
Jagumo சொல்றியா ஆமா ஜாகுமோ தான் பெரிய player.
Be a big reveal onto at least 2 players. Spotted, jump spot as well. Reveal to handle Leaf that he's working with that outlaw. A lot of full armor by
அவன் தான ரவுண்ட முடிச்சா எந்திச்சு நிக்கல
G2 like to play now, getting a bit of that herd and pack mentality, laying claim to most of the A site, chewing it up.
இவங்கட்ட எதுவும் ஹோல்ட் பண்றதுக்கு தான் ஏஜென்ட்ஸ் இல்ல
very aware.
Trying to bait a shot so the Jing
3 பேர் காலி அப்பா மாலில எல்லாரும் மாலி.
Doesn't even matter at a point like that, still just trying to pick them apart from the sides. It's a gun picked up along the way and just running and gunning, spraying away. Jogamo deals with divide.
இந்த மாதிரி ரவுண்ட தான் த்ரோ பண்ணாங்கன்னா த்ரோ பண்ணாங்க.
Take a fair fight there.
G2 look great here. In terms
they rarely throw
the way that they're playing off each other.
shoot illa varla no anniki correct ah ulundichu paathiya kadesila teho எல்லா மேப்புக்கு டேஹோ தான் இப்ப ஆடுறான்.
Willing to take that risk and dip down into pit in an anti-eco and gets rewarded for it. Gets the kill, turns the head, allows the player that killed him to be traded. That's Jing. Who got up to
ஆமா நீங்க ஒரு இனிஷியேட்டர் ஆடும்போது ஆடக்கூடாது.
PaperX need around here because G2 are starting to run away with things.
ஆமா
blind தான pretty similar.
ஆனா ஃபிளாஷ் ஆடுனோட யோரோ இவங்க ஆடுறாங்க
where things were neck and neck coming out the first half. And then it felt like G2 ran out of stamina.
உங்களுக்கு பிரச்சனை என்னன்னா இவன் ஆட முடியாதுல உங்களுக்கு இசாகி.
I love this exact. Yeah.
When
you throw the smoke high in the air so it becomes a cover for Jing as he double blast packs up and then he can take the fight out.
அவங்க சைடு இது என்னது இதுதான் இப்போதைக்கு ஜாகுமோ தானே ஜெயிச்சிட்டாங்கன்னா அவன் தான் அதிகமா இருப்பான். இவன் ஈஸியா இதாயிடுவான் டில்ட் ஆயிடுவான் அந்த ரஷ்யன் சம்திங்.
Pixel angle forsaken.
போக்க ஆரம்பிச்சாங்கன்னா அமைதியாயிருவாங்க. அதனால நீ ஜாகுமோ தான் செலக்ட் பண்ணிருக்கியா, அப்போ வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. இவங்க இப்போ இவங்களாம் சேர்ந்துதான் அவ்வளவுதான். கிளம்பு கிளம்பு பார்த்துட்டாங்க.
themselves up into this 1v2 Forsaken. Quick cleanup. 4 kills for him.
He has saved them off camera there. We're watching Jorgamo pull out outrageous stuff over towards Rubble, really giving PaperX a taste of their own chaotic medicine. And meanwhile in the background,
no plan
gone to work, soldiering away, taking down player after player. That's a 2v4 I think technically, maybe a 3v3, but Forsaken team captain IGL
இந்த ரவுண்ட் ஃபுல்லா எங்கயாவது கண்ட்ரோல் எடுக்க சண்டை போட்டு செத்துருவாங்க. இல்லாட்டி ஒரு டீம் இந்த பாரு சண்டை வர போகுது ரெண்டுமே. அதான் பிளான்டே நடக்காதுன்னு நான் சொன்னேனா. பிராக்னு ஒருத்தர் இருக்கான், அவன் தான் செம இது. ஏன் பண்றான்?
Paving away to success. The rest of his team can follow him straight through. Jorgamo looking to answer back.
But still shut down one bullet to the dome.
That's incredible awareness there from PaperX. Dodging the flash. Valen would have to go.
இல்ல இப்ப இந்த இன்னும் ரெண்டு பேர் தான் இருக்காங்க. ஓ அவன் ரொம்ப தூரம் இருக்கான். அவன் பிளான்ட் ஆயிடும்.
1v3.
the வால் ட்ரிப் ஆயிடுச்சு.
One of the first rounds we've seen teams actually clash over towards Rubble. PaperX come out on top with all of their beautiful ideas.
நம்ம ரவுண்டே அங்க ஃபைட்ல முடிஞ்சிரும்னு நினைச்சேன். ரெண்டு டீமும் அப்படி தோத்துச்சுன்னா இது பண்ணிடுவோம். ஆனா இவன்கிட்ட இது இருக்கு, எடுத்துருவான் பாரு. ஸ்னாப் பண்ணுவான், சூப்பரா ஸ்னாப் பண்ணுவான். ரெண்டு பேரும் இப்ப மேல பாத்துக்கிட்டே இருக்காங்க.
1v2. Like I said, Silverline would be ult being forced out and pulled out of these PaperX players. Got this one locked down, a lot of damage done. Leaf anticipating a reswing from a different angle and position, but at some point has to expect it. Time's still starting to tick though. Options very much limited. Looking to just do the exits. Economy while he's at it.
I really like the way that PaperX take Rubble control in rounds like this. So, like I said, Forsaken throws this smoke that starts high up in the air.
Just miss. Now, எல்லாரும் அந்த இவனும் செத்துறான்னு வெச்சுக்கோ. அவன் லேட்டா வரானா. நான் ரவுண்டே முடிஞ்சிருக்கும்.
And because Jing's not been ripping showstopper as soon as he gets it, it's hard to anticipate which rounds he's going to
randomly smoke through a போட்டு தள்ளிட்டான்.
And so Jonah P just gets stuck there inside tree, not anticipating Jing coming in.
அதுக்குள்ள 20 கில் போட்டான் பாரு.
From PaperX's raise.
Trent தான் அடிக்கலையா கில்? அவன் கில் அடிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சானே மேட்ச் முடிஞ்சிரும்.
One round at a time. He saves an eye though.
They didn't clear.
He didn't clear it. Valen.
ஓமனா பாக்கல.
The corner nice and tight and pretty there. It's going to be able to find it a little bit more. Something with some information. Backs up and will respect it.
I mean, a bait and switch play is one thing, but against a Yoru ultimate?
Yoru ultimate create பண்ணலனா வேஸ்ட்.
But a disadvantage now. PaperX.
இதனா செக் பண்ணிடுவாங்க. மோஸ்ட்லி செக் பண்ணிடுவாங்க.
It's so committed. Hyper committed. He's got a real backup as well. Know how to help him out.
இவன் நிறைய பிக் எடுத்துருவான் bro. இவன் ரொம்ப அக்யூரேட்டான பிளேயர் இவன்.
He doesn't survive this. He's trying to counter spam them all the way back. And Jonah P gets out.
That's incredible. Good support from the rest of his team to get Jonah out in that position, but
வால கரெக்ட்டா ஏத்தி இறக்கி காப்பாத்தி விட்டான்.
Somehow been left in the 3v5 at the back of all of this.
ஜாகுமோ அல்ட் இருக்கறனால பிளான் பண்ணிக்கிட்டுன்னு விடுறாங்க.
Coming out drone for a bit of information there. Containment is the name of the game for G2. Not letting anything slip here, but committing on into their own. 3v5, respect shown. Salvos.
Planted.
Off the mark, doesn't deny the plant. That's going to be an extension into the round. PaperX still have a way back into this one. Battering against them, that Utah's flying forward in their name. Nightfall now, scatters forward. Jing, he's even collected a few of his own. And just like that, it's a 3v3.
இல்ல அது டீம் எடுக்க போதுனா போனா அவன் மட்டும் தனியா போய் என்ன பண்ணா ஒண்ணும் பண்ணல.
These angles still guarded even being offloaded here with no weaponry to work with. It all comes down to the side.
Right click.
Dismisses Patman, brings it into that 2v2, but time is ticking. It's getting away from them. The Thorns delay it.
Yay!
To try and get at least a bit of a tap onto it.
Actually,
Satchel over the top, but it's all Divine in the feed. fills it up now. One round is all
ரீடேக் ஆடணும், ஒழுங்கா ரீடேக் ஆடணும், அதுவும் ஆடல. அல்ட் வேஸ்டா போட்டு ஒரு இன்ஃபோ எடுக்கலாம்.
Because they're trying to use them in post-plant situations, but they lost players really early on. 3v5 that they managed to turn with those ults. The fade, the vice, huge.
ஆனா ரெண்டு அல்ட் யூஸ் ஆயிருக்கு.
But there are always chances that you just lose the early skirmishes and you're in a spot where you don't even think it's winnable even with ults in hand. That one saved. An economy broken now for G2. So that is the perfect round for PRX to clutch from the jaws of defeat.
தோத்துருவாங்கன்னு எக்ஸ்பெக்டே பண்ணாத மாதிரி தான் இருக்கு. இது ரொம்ப க்ளோஸான மேட்சா.
The Euro ult didn't get much value. Thankfully, Divine Batman. But now things are going to start going back in the other direction towards G2's favor. As soon as they get their guns online, difficulties happening and the score levels down 10-10. That's when you look into all the fade ult. Maybe the tail starting to come online. So
இந்த ரவுண்டா 11-9
uphill battle here, despite the fact they've won 3 in a row to get back in this game. There's more to be done.
Certainly is. As you were saying, at least the money's on their side for now. Done too many. Too many.
Script writer.
Especially when you got stinger merchants on one side as well.
எனக்கு இந்த கேம் கொஞ்சம் ஃபிக்ஸ்டு மாதிரியும் தெரியுது. நிறைய இந்த மேட்ச் சொல்ல முந்தி மேட்ச் நிறைய எக்ஸைட்டிங் பண்றதுக்காக நிறைய இது பண்ற மாதிரி.
Simple take towards Mound, and now sending it even flying further forwards, anticipating!
நீ சொன்னது கரெக்ட் ஆயிடுச்சுயா.
Expecting the play, the TB forwards as well, and he wants a little bit more.
என்ன பண்றான் லூஸ்.
Something really being tested from this spot.
அவன் தான் இவனுங்களுக்கு இந்த இப்ப தோத்துறாங்க.
Starting to billow out of the main choke point now. Getting a bit of a move on his reaction time test.
ஆம்ஸ் இருக்கு, ஆனா அவ்வளவுதான். அந்த 2v5 க்கு இதுக்கும் நிறைய இருக்கு.
Feeling like this is winnable. TP is going to be broken there from Valent.
எல்லா ஆல்ட்டையும் யூஸ் இதுதான் சில ரவுண்ட் நடக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு தப்பு. ஃபால்ஸ் ஹோப் கொடுத்து அல்ட் போட்டாங்க பாரு.
They're putting so much pressure on these PRX players before they can put the plant down.
போடுறான்.
For a bit of a calm moment now. A lull.
Rotate பண்றமே action.
But now they're worried that PRX might have left.
பாஸ் போட்டு திரும்ப இதுக்கே போறாரு.
Every piece of util, hoping that PRX would take the bait and go for the team fight. A tap at the door.
30 seconds left.
It's going to be hard for G2 to get back into this site.
Yeah. Valent is to play with a rifle. Risks to be taken for sure if they want a chance to get back in. The weapons not on the side overall here for G2. Plant down as well for PRX. Cement themselves.
இந்த ரெண்டு கில் எடுத்தானா அதுக்கப்புறம் அமைதியா இருந்திருக்கலாம். அவன் அதை விட்டுட்டு
PRX better hope to win it.
ஓவர் எக்ஸைட்மென்ட் ஆகி ஓவர் ஹீட் ஆகி
Smoke, but just waiting for the right time to strike. His bullet going straight towards him. Still, it's all just going to be down to Jonah P. Does pick up that gun in his hands, but yeah, overwhelmed there. Something. Got it all handled. 10-10. That's what it's been brought to.
Good patience there from PRX.
டைம் அவுட் கால் பண்ணார்ல. ஆமா.
Just slowing things down, cutting noise, threatening that you could have gone over to the rest of the map.
எனக்கு தெரியாதியா. என்ன இவ்வளவு க்ளோஸா இருக்கு.
ரொம்ப க்ளோஸா இருக்கு. ரொம்ப க்ளோஸ்.
The key in this round was avoiding Leaf, and he instantly got 2.
நீ PRX ஃபேன் தானே. என்ன G2 மேப் ஜெயிக்குது. 3 மேப் போகும்னு நினைக்கிறியா அப்போ?
Back up for G2. They could use that fade ult though, so ults very even across the board.
Spam down.
இவனும் PRX ஃபேன் தான் bro.
Doesn't do him in, but it's a lot of damage.
இவனுக்கு ரெண்டாவது பிடிச்ச டீமே PRX தான்.
ஆனா இந்த இடத்துல
a lot of damage through the wall.
மோஸ்ட் ஃபேமஸான டீம்ஸ் தான் இவனுக்குலாம் பிடிக்கும்.
எழுத்து பாரு, சம்திங் எழுத்து பாரு. ஒரு ரிவீல் எப்படி காலி பண்ணிடுவானே. ஒரே ஒரு ரிவீல்.
இவன் ஆப் ஆடுவானே, ஆப் வாங்குறதுக்கு பணம் இல்ல.
Hanging around on that angle. Somehow Leaf survives. Gets a little bit of door frame between him and the bullet.
Great migration. PRX making a way over towards C. I know the damage done to Leaf, so he's not going to be playing.
இல்ல நான் லீஃப் ஆப் வாங்குறதுக்கு பணம் இல்ல போல. ரெண்டு ஆப் ஆடுவாங்க.
Could make a difference when this util starts getting sent flying forward. There's a snake bite.
ஆமா அவங்களுக்கு காசு இல்ல
Committed on top of it. PRX, a lot of util being used here.
தனியாவே சி ஹோல்ட் பண்ணுவோம் ஆப்சி வைப்பர்ல இதுதான் பிரச்சனை அவங்கள்ட்ட சென்டினல் இல்லாதனால அங்கிட்டு இங்கிட்டு
Forsaken wants to stick this one as well. It's got a good clearance over the wall.
ஓடிட்டே இருக்காங்க டிஃபெண்டர்ஸா
Where is this guy?
அது உனக்கு தான் லாக் ஆகுது எனக்கு இது லாக் ஆகுது
to stop this hit coming through.
Still going to be tested with the Odin. Still going to be tested, like you said. Forced to anchor
down the Odin.
Door not opened up. The salvos to try and cut them off. Where it hurts!
Yeah, inge varundu paaka vendidana.
Split them in twine. PRX right now. They don't know which way to look, which way to stand. Toppled at a moment's notice.
ஆனா இவனுங்க அவனுங்கட்டே ஓடினே காட்டனான்.
Couldn't cross that boundary, couldn't get themselves onto the A
side. Brankke ஓடி எப்படி ஆடுன்னு காட்டனான் ஃபைனல்ஸ்ல.
One of the attacking teams look.
முடிய சுருட்டியே சுத்த முடியாயிச்சு எல்லாம்.
Something excellent coming out from the defenders. This one perhaps a bit too simple there for Jonah B. With only 15 seconds left on the clock, no threat coming towards B in the mid round. No real risk that there was going to be a repop on the C site.
இவ 1 G2 சொல்றாரா 1க்கு PRX பிடிக்காது. ஏன்னா அந்த போன மாஸ்டர்ல சென்டினல்ஸ் எலிமினேட் பண்ணாங்க. ஃபனாட்டிக் கூட ஜெயிச்சிட்டு அது இப்படிதான் எல்லா மோஸ்ட் சென்டினல் ஃபேன்ஸ் எல்லாம் PRX சப்போர்ட் பண்றாங்க.
Flying forwards at that. That's a judge into the hands of Jing, and he could do some real damage here. Trying to take that peek. It's an unsmoked angle. Trent is no more. Obliterated in the process. Jorg. He's back out to safety, but there's still a player down on the plan. Now finally going down.
Heaven control there, threatened from PRX, and then
மாட்டிக்கிட்டாங்க.
seen it. They immediately drop back and try to create presence in as many spots as possible.
All players on site with the exception
எங்கேயுமே இடம் எடுக்கலையா இது.
The fight to be taken. It's an off angle for Patman. That is beautiful work.
இந்த ரெண்டு கில் ரொம்ப முக்கியம்.
Give an eye for G2.
சேவ் பண்ண போறோம்.
Watching from the spectator seat. Forced to back away from this fight. PRX bringing it back up to
11. Match 11 12 ஓட்டி போ.
They were one step ahead of what PRX were doing. This round caught them off guard, and Jorg might have just got away with keeping the op. If Jing had chosen to go stairs there instead of Heaven.
Still out in the open.
Just missed இன்னொரு கோ.
And find some safety. So both big weapons saved for G2, but as I'm saying, I don't think they were actually ahead of that one. I think PRX really caught them off guard there with the fake rubble util into a B pop.
Yeah. Trent here was down for the count, right?
Yeah, usually the rounds that I've liked seeing from G2 have been when they're fighting PRX as the plant is going down. This time they actually had Paranoia and a stun to try to do that with.
ஓடுனானே அது தாண்டி தான் வந்தாங்க.
Trent got caught.
அது என்ன எல்லாரும் டிபி அதுக்கு அடுத்து ரிவீல் எல்லாம் ஒரே நேரத்துல போட்டு பவுன்ஸ் பண்ணாங்க.
Tension at its highest.
Adjustments that are being made. Tweaks as well across the board. Salvas breaks open the blue room door. Jorg not anticipated from that spot.
He's a big game player.
Yeah, இவங்களுக்கு நைஸ் சொல்றீங்க.
Killing glow onto Jing. Right when his team needed it. Slider gaps to work with. That is disgusting stuff.
Playing so well in this match so far.
அது தேவல்லன்னு சொல்ல முடியாதியா. அது நம்ம அப்படி
may have found himself a bit of a pocket to play in still.
இல்ல ஆங்கிள் தான் ஏற்கனவே ஆஃப் பண்ணா. திருப்பி ஆஃப்
awareness the door is open.
அவன் டிபி பண்ணி போய்ட்டான்னு நினைச்சிட்டான். அவன் போயிருப்பான். நார்மலா டிபி பண்ணி போயிடுவானு.
Lead from behind.
It could be that backstab! Quick 180! Snaps back and punishes Lee for the hubris of trying to contest.
3 huge moments where Leaf has had a bit of a whiff, but this one might punish him the most. He's still got 19 seconds. But big kills are getting away from him.
இந்த ரவுண்ட் தோத்தாங்கன்னா அவன் பண்ணதான்.
Open ground found and something now can be the backstab. Still with that player disadvantage, but it might not matter. Like this, like you said, the timing is everything. It's all about how fast he's running. He reveals it early. No one's turning to look at this right now. No one at all.
கேக்கலையா உங்களுக்கு blind போட்டாங்க. கேக்கல.
Just going to miss. PRX. Again from the brink. Again at the player disadvantage. But it's inevitable. It's going to be that 12th round.
இவன் அவன் பண்ண விஃப் ஒரு விஃப்னால எப்படி இருக்கு தேதான். Spiraling effort.
Completely different. If Forsaken doesn't somehow land.
Clone மாதிரி acting.
இப்ப நான் என்ன போனேன்
I think this round is
already ஒரு clone போயிருச்சு அதுக்கு அப்புறம் யூஸ் பண்ணா
land a 180 kill onto Leaf. The reaction sometimes from the PaperX players.
last round தான பணம் இருக்கு அதான் இல்ல பணம் இல்ல
because he's reacted to the fact that he's being shot at. And sure, you can look at Leaf and you can blame him for having a bit of a win, but how many other players are reacting to this quickly and
அது அந்த ஐ சென்ஸ்னால தான் அப்படி திருப்ப முடியுது
it's actually a bit of a tough shot because as he moves his model goes downwards too because he's on a staircase
moving down into the pit.
Forsaken didn't land that though. I think it's G2's round and maybe therefore G2's map, and now they've got to fend off map point.
Huge heroic bringing him to map point. Be disastrous for G2 to lose this opener in this fashion. It's exactly the way the last two times, last time that these teams played each other ended up 13-11 lost. Anticipating that TP deep into the back. Shogumo's got his Watchparty onto it still.
Sama என்ன எங்க போறான் அது சரி அவன் எங்க போனா ஸ்பானுக்கா
rifles are singing in the PaperX players.
Still a salvo, still an ult here for Trent.
Chance for him to get back in, but a lot of damage done to Jonah P as well. They're going to have to use everything at this point. Space
மொத்தமா அதுக்கு போட்டு இறங்க வேண்டியதான்
take site control. Meticulous, they're like retakes, just trying to divide up most of the site, see if they can take this one nicely. They have to get their eyes and watch their eyes, and these smokes, Valin does punish it. Forsaken dropped in that IGL tip. Jing from the side has got a nade waiting, rebounds, a little bit too shallow. The tap onto it, Horn needs to be dealt with, it's all coming down to the wire! And in slow motion, could we have it any other way? Map 1!
ஒரே ரவுண்ட் மாத்தி மொத்தமா
13-11 nail biter back and forth from the very beginning. PaperX pulling it out from the
மொத்த மேப் போச்சு அவங்க இப்ப டோர்னமெண்ட்ல இருந்து வெளிய போனா அவன் பண்ண வெச்சுதான் அவ்வளவுதான்
absolutely unreal stuff. The best we brought out of both of these teams. I cannot wait to get into the action as we look forward to grow.
லைட் போட்டு குத்து ஃபுல்லாவே இது பண்ணுது
அதான்
அந்த அவுட்ஃபிட் ட்ரீல கவர் ஆகவே இல்லையா ட்ரீக்கு ஃப்ரண்ட்ல மட்டும் தான் போயிடுச்சு
Got the new iPhone 17 Pro
இந்த மாதிரி க்ளோஸ் ஆன கேம்ல எல்லாம் அந்த ஒரு மிஸ்டேக் போடும்
70 பாயிண்ட் வந்து
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best 5G network.
I mean, where else would I get it, right?
ஆமா
அப்படியே ஒரு கலெக்ஷன் ஐயா அப்படியே பார்க்கணும்
சிஸ்டம் அப்டேட்டிங்
விளையாண்டோம் நாங்க விளையாண்டு சரி பார்க்கணும் ஒரு மேட்ச் பார்த்துலாம் போயிடலாம்
டாப் 5 டாப்
5% பை
டாப் 5 டாப் 1ல கொடுத்தா சிஸ்டம் அப்டேட்டட் டாப் 3ல முடிச்சா இதுல டாப் 1ல ஃபினிஷ் பண்ணிடுவாங்க
is here.
feels good.
சரி நான் வரேன் எவ்வளவு தான்
where we are starting off with Valorant.
If you want to win, you have to win against the best.
அடுத்த மேட்ச் யாருடா
So looking for revenge.
தெரியலையா VLR
There's the shorty. Goes crazy.
Fnatic DR
Through the pressure and expectation.
நான் நினைக்கிறேன் நீங்க எல்லாரும் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணவே மாட்டீங்க பாருங்க ஃபனாட்டிக் ஃபனாட்டிக் DRX தான் மொத்த டோர்னமெண்ட்டே ஜெயிப்பாங்க நான் DRX அவனுங்க ஆமா அவனுங்க சூப்பரா ஆடுவானுங்க ப்ரோ அவனுங்க டேல இவனுங்களெல்லாம் தோக்கடிச்சிருக்கானுங்க பெசிபிக்ல PRX எல்லாம் தோக்கடிச்சிருக்கானுங்க மாக்கோலாம் உண்டு ஹியூமிங்லாம் சூப்பரா ஆடிட்டு இருக்கான் எல்லாருமே ஃபார்ம்ல இருக்காங்க அவங்க டீம்ல எனக்கு ஏன் அவங்க ஜெயிப்பாங்கங்கிற மாதிரி தோணுதுன்னா அவங்க வந்து இப்ப இந்த எப்படி EDGக்கு போன சாம்ப்ஸ்ல எல்லாரும் ஏதோ ஒன்று பண்ணி சைனீஸ் டீமு லக்குல இவ்வளவு தூரம் வராங்க அப்படின்னே நினைச்சிட்டே இருந்தானுங்க பாரு அப்படியே தான் அவனுங்களும் இப்போ ஆடிட்டு இருக்கானுங்க சும்மா வந்துட்டு இருக்கானுங்க எப்படியும் அது என்ன பிளே ஆஃப்ஸ் வந்தோடனே தோத்துருவானுங்கன்னு நினைச்சானுங்க தோக்கல செமிஃபைனல் தோத்துருவானுங்க தோக்கல ஃபைனல்ல தோத்துருவானுங்கன்னு நினைச்சானுங்க அப்பவும் தோக்கல அந்த மாதிரி ஆடிட்டு வரானுங்க இவங்களும் மாக்கோன்கிற ஒரு பெரிய இவன் இருக்கான் அவங்களுக்கு வெட்ரன் அவன் தான் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு நல்லா இது பண்ணுவானுங்க Meanwhile in Valorant Champions backstage
மியூசிக் கோடையில மியூட்
பாட்டு ஓடுறது. மார்வல் ரைவல்ஸ் சர்ச் பண்ணியா யூடியூப்ல?
யூடியூப்லயா? அது ட்விட்சியா?
சரி, அப்ப ட்விட்ச்லயே மார்வல் ரைவல்ஸ் சர்ச் பண்ணு. இக்னைட் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு.
ஆமா, அதுலயே நான் பார்த்தேன், இன் கேம்லயே பார்த்தேன்.
அது நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு, அத வை ப்ரோ.
ப்ரோ அதெல்லாம் பண்ண கூடாது ப்ரோ. என்ன இது போட்டிருக்குன்னு பாரு ப்ரோ.
என்னது?
தம்ப்நெயில்ல எல்லாம் போட்டிருக்கேன் ப்ரோ. அதுதான் ப்ரோ பார்க்கணும், வேற எதுவும் பார்க்க கூடாது ப்ரோ.
இது இன்னும் 20 நிமிஷம் ஆகுமே. அப்ப சரி, நான் அப்ப வரேன்.
1 நிமிஷம் தான் அந்த வந்துருச்சு இல்லையா? அடுத்து
அது பேசுவானுங்க. இது 10 நிமிஷத்துக்கு மேல, 10-15 நிமிஷத்துக்கு மேல. 1 நிமிஷத்துலயே அடுத்த
நேரம் இதே மேட்ச் ஓடுமா?
மேட்ச் ஓடல, இப்பதான் ஆரம்பிக்க போகுதா பாத்து.
யாரு ப்ரோ? உன்னோட சிஸ்டரா ப்ரோ?
அந்த ஓடல.
நீ பாரு, நீ இதே ஆரம்பிக்கல.
Like Mantis was the main thing to get out because Triple Strategist is really strong. They're very good at just basically running the show, which with other strategists they're attached to, with how they can up the tempo. But in this case,
idhile drop undu, idhula skin undu, blade oda skin, rocket skin.
In this case, yeah, so it's like 3 times that they
illa nariya idu undu
below that. So I think this is the game of like not only how the strategists play,
ஆமா watch பண்ணா போதும். ஆனா 4 மணி நேரம் பார்க்கணும்
draft as well.
It absolutely does. Fall phase comes later, but I get being made here. It very much comes down to these protections and these picks, but also the maps can be quite important as well. We've already started to see it. You pointed it out last time we were casting.
Steam வச்சு login பண்ணினா அந்த account இது பண்ணனும், connect பண்ண
time on. But if you look at so far, obviously it's a low sample size.
இது பண்றது ஈஸி தான்.
So far, Foot have yet to lose on.
ஆமா, அதான் எல்லாம் அதே டீம் தான். இங்க ஜென்ஜி உண்டு, இங்கே சென்டினல்ஸ் உண்டு, இங்க 100 Thieves உண்டு.
At least playing one, Citadel Gaming shocked and surprised by Chopped. Actually,
ஆமா, எவ்வளவு பெரிய டோர்னமெண்ட் நடக்கும் தெரியுமா? ஒரு நாளைக்கு இதுல வந்து அவ்வளவு மேட்சஸ் நடக்கும். 8 டீமுக்கு 4 மேட்ச் நடக்கும் ஒரு நாளைக்கு. அதுல 2 டீம் தானே நடக்கும். 4 டீமுக்கு 2 மேட்ச் நடக்கும். இதுல 8 டீமுக்கு 4 மேட்ச் நடக்கும். அது ஒவ்வொரு மேட்சும் லைக் இப்போ ஒரே ஒரு இது பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னு கிடையாது. ஒரு 10 மினிட்ஸ் மேட்ச்னு கிடையாது. பெஸ்ட் ஆஃப் 4னு வச்சு நிறைய நேரம் நடக்கும். அதுவும் நிறைய பேன், கன்ஃபார்ம் பிக்ஸ் அந்த மாதிரிலாம் வச்சு.
Most protected hero just behind the lunar snow, who so far has not shown up yet. There's still plenty of opportunity, and usually it does appear a little bit later. They're going to be starting off with the Ultron, and this is what having that extra duelist is allowed to do. While they've been playing Ultron a little bit already, know just how good Melio is on.
Because Citadel
Melio okay
for the Mantis themselves, it's almost a nice play for Foot to go for stuff
Ultron
can be an absolute nightmare. But I also
Ultron is best easy character to
this was going to be the game that Melio was coming in for Pokey, and what the reason for that might be. I guess you always have to have it in the back of your mind that a player like that could be used in big games like this, so you have to be prepared. The Venom ban is interesting too. You've got players like Enzo that are terrific on this character.
Okay தான், ஆனா அந்த பஸ்ட் ஃபயரை நீ கரெக்ட்டா வைக்கிற எய்ம் ட்ராக்கிங் ஒரு எய்ம்.
Jeff and Venom taken down. Venom Psylocke is something that Citadel have used from time to time, as well as the Cap Psylocke.
இந்தியாக்கும் டர்க்கிக்கும் ஆகவே ஆகாது. அவங்கள போய் சப்போர்ட் பண்ணி.
Dive strategy is something that has caused a lot of problems from Citadel in the past. Whereas Foot, as already mentioned, they do like their front to back style. It seems a little bit more. There's a Luna.
அது சரியா, நீ யார் ஆடுறாங்கன்னு தெரியாதுதான். அதுக்காக நீ வந்து இப்போ அது என்ன அல்கொய்தாவோட பிளாக் நல்லா இருக்கு, அதுக்காக எனக்கு பார்க்க நல்லா இருக்கு, எனக்கு நான் அவங்க ஐடியாலஜிலாம் சப்போர்ட் பண்ணலன்னு அவங்களுக்கு பணம் அனுப்பி விடுவேன்.
பண்ணுவான் ப்ரோ, பண்ண முடியாது.
அதெல்லாம்
played around with before. I don't.
அவனுங்க தலையெல்லாம் வெட்டிட்டு இருக்கானுங்க டர்க்கில. இந்தியன்ஸ், இஸ்ரேலிஸ் எல்லாரும்.
There's been so much focus on like Ultron, Luna.
தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும் ப்ரோ.
Yeah, I guess it's just going for something that allows a triple strategist. and more bans going in against him.
அதோட the Melio தான் சாம்பியன் இக்னைட் சாம்பியன்
sort of focused on some of the
அதான் அன்னைக்கு பேசணும்ல அவன்கிட்ட தான்
Hulk Namor as a team up is definitely something to deal with.
அவன் வந்து அவங்க டீம் வந்து ரேட்னு ஒரு டீம்ல இருந்து தான் அவனுங்க ஜெயிச்சானுங்க அவனுக்கு அவங்க எல்லா மொத்த டீமும் நாவிக்கு சுவிட்ச் ஆயிடுச்சு போல இவன் மட்டும் பணம் அதிகமா தர மாட்டேங்கிறாங்கன்னு சொல்லி இந்த டீம் கொண்டுட்டான் சிட்டடல் கேமிங் நான் சொல்ற பிளேயர்லாம் நீ பார்த்தேன்னா நல்லா ஆடலாம் ட்ரஸ்ட் மீன்னு ஒருத்தர் இருப்பான் அவன் அதுக்கடுத்து நல்ல டேங்க் ஆடுவான் அவன் அதுக்கடுத்து லெவல் 1 குருக்குன்னு ஒருத்தர் இருப்பான் ஹீலர் நீங்க ஆட கத்துக்கணும்னா அவனை பார்த்து கத்துக்கலாம் லெவல் 1 டூலிஸ்ட் ஆடுறதுக்கு ஷீப் ட்ரீன்னு ஒருத்தர் இருக்கான் மிலியோ இருக்கான் வேற டெரா இருக்கான் அது டைரின்னு அவன் போட்டிருக்க மாட்டான் என்வி தான் அதுக்கடுத்து டேப்னு ஒருத்தர் இருக்கான் டேப்ங்கிறவன் அதான் நிறைய அக்கௌண்ட் வச்சு அவன் எல்லாத்தையுமே டாப் 500 கொண்டு ஒரு குட்டி பையன் இருக்கான் 13 வயசு பையன் ரியல் ஸ்டிக்கின்னு அவன் சூப்பர் பிளேயர் ஆக்சுவலி ஆனா அவன் இன்னும் டீம்லாம் ஆகல அவன் ஸ்பைடர்மேன் செம்மையா குட்டி பையன் சூப்பர் பிளேயர் அவன மாதிரி ஸ்பைடர் அவன் ஸ்ட்ரீமர் தான் அதான் அவன் சொல்றான் நானும் என்ன டீம்ல சைன் பண்ணணும்னா எனக்கு 16 வயசு ஆகணும் அதுக்குள்ள இந்த கேம் செத்துரும்
We've got a lot of preferential characters in play. BlackShark on the Guru, he was known for in more broadly fashion, and then Poly on the other side. It is Tanuki that's the first elimination in the server, though Mutta getting the pick. And it's still contested. Citadel Gaming trying to go and fight this a little bit more, even dedicating the rage of outcome from Elio. Down to like...
வால்யூம் வை ப்ரோ
Now,
is it bait?
Map 2x select பண்ணனும் நீ
They're not going to do triple duelist. Like, it's just not happening.
They're going to do a normal double.
They're doing a normie comp.
இல்ல இத டீம் S னு குடுக்குற ஏன்னா இது இவ்வளவு க்ளோஸா இருக்குல்ல ஒரு 4 ரவுண்ட் தொடர்ந்து கரோடு தெரியல வேலன் ஹூவில மோரஸ் வேலன் அப்ப மூணாவது மேப் போகுங்கிற நீ அவ்வளவுதானா கீழவா அவ்வளவுதானா
They're coming out of the blue with a new comp here and a chance to 2-0 this series.
Roadல என்ன ஆடுறாங்க
shenanigans we're going to see here for the side of PRX. How much
டேஹோ பைத்தியமா இருக்கான் டேஹோ பைத்தியம்
I'm sure we're going to find out in just a second. Send it back over to your casters. Here's Brendan's sideshow for map 2.
ஆனா எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இருக்கல
What a bit of back and forth the first map was, and now we head into Corrode, and you know, like the Destas would have been talking about, discussing this one.
Corrode team.
I think really with the composition, seeing how PRX play this one, it is a mirror their Lotus comp.
Yeah, it's mad that this is the second time ever that we've seen G2 play this comp, and the first time ever that we've seen PRX play this comp.
சொல்றேன் எல்லாம் brain dead decision-ஆ எடுக்கறியே பாய் நான் தான் பாக்குறேன்
After just getting that one win, apparently just copying over their Lotus comp.
நிறைய தடவை அந்த அது என்ன கையில அந்த இதை எடுத்து ஐபேட ஓபன் பண்ணி சாவுற நான் பார்த்தேன் அடுத்து ஆஹா இவ்வளவு 5v2லாம் தோத்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் எனக்கு பார்த்தாலே என்னையா இப்படி த்ரோ பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னு
இவனோட மிசைல் எல்லாமே வந்து போஸ்ட் பிளான்ட்டுக்கு மட்டும் தான் சேவ் பண்றேன் என்ட்ரி எப்போ சேவ் பண்ண மாட்டேன்
நான் யூஸ் பண்ணுவேன் ஒண்ணுனா எப்பனாலும் போஸ்ட் பிளான்ட்
கரோடுக்கு யூஸ் கரோடுக்கு பண்ணாரு நான் பார்த்தேன் பி சைட்ல 2 இடத்துல
பார்த்த வரைக்கும் நான் கூட ஆடின வரைக்கும்
crannies are cleared out here. And everyone moving away from this one. There's no presence in mid here from PRX. Not at all.
யூஸ் பண்ணனா ரொம்ப பவர்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும்.
All this space given up for free, but eventually spotted out now. Something. Couple of strays. Swings and shots.
புது கேரக்டர் 5ஆம் தேதி ரிலீஸ் ஆகுது.
This one, oh my god, that's damage done. Traded out though. G2 still getting themselves in. Double control.
Damage done.
Maintained by Divine, making sure to hold on to control of that area.
Night market வந்துச்சானா கண்ட்ரோலர்
Just spotting the head poking up.
Night market 29
open
Really waiting this one out, but hearing a lot of presence forwards.
Salvo used early.
Alongside it, time starting to be a bit of a damage done on the side of PRX. They are absolutely dishing it out now. Not giving it any easy fight whatsoever. Collected is the way that pistol round goes. PRX in a retake.
Device position ended up being the pivotal key.
It was everything.
Yeah. Trank used. And then it almost felt like Jorgen Valid forgot about Devai over there. I'd like to see fight for positioning in the post plan. Forsaken also threw a smoke towards the end. You know, we might see some in this match. We don't know really where Corona.
அதே பிக் தான் ஆடுறாங்க. லோட்டஸ் கார்னா அதே காம்பு தான். ரெண்டு டீமும்
decent about it.
ரெண்டு டீமும்
அப்படியா
ஆமா ரெண்டு டீம் ரேஸ் இல்ல இது ஆடிட்டு இருந்தான் இல்ல வேலை ஆடிக்கிட்டு இருந்தான் அதான்
ரேஸ் ஆடினா பாரு 2-3 மேட்ச் பின்னாடி பாரு ரேஸ் ஆடினா 2 மேட்ச் ரேஸ் ஆடினா
எப்படி 3 கில் ஆச்சு ரெண்டு டீமும் அப்படியே எடுத்தாச்சு.
So bonus opportunity for PRX. The composition that they're running, I mean, it's allowing them at the moment to stack really heavier towards sites. You saw them on the pistol, put 4 players on 8 again, just leaving.
Diffuse-na ஜெயிச்சிருவாங்கன்னு நீ சொல்ற.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do some aggressive stuff here.
ஆமா. போனஸ் ரவுண்ட் கன்வர்ஷன் பண்ணுவாங்கன்னு சொல்லிருக்கு நீ அது எஸ்னா ஃபைட் ஏய் செக் பண்ணல
just the one before he gets out.
How's he found the timing quicker than the horn landed? Jonah P didn't even wait for the horn, or rather sorry
left check பண்ணல
just expecting that they would respect it. I think
எனக்கு டிலே ஆயிட்டே இருக்கு.
ஆனா ஆக்சுவலி எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இப்ப டிஃப்யூஸே பண்ண மாட்டாங்க மேப் உள்ளே வர மாட்டாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
I mean he's worried about mid still lands the shot.
அட லூஸ் பஹா விஃப் டிஃப்யூஸ்லாம் தேவையில்லை தோத்துருவாங்களே இப்போ போனஸ் கன்வர்ஷன் தான் வித்வுட் பிளான். இந்த மேப் ரொம்ப டிஃபென்ஸ் சைடட். நான் சொல்ல ஏ மட்டும்தான் இந்த மேப்ல எடுக்க முடியும். டீலாம் ரொம்ப கஷ்டம்.
It's a crazy decision for something to
கண்ணே எடுக்க மாட்டான்.
That 100% of the time GT wants to clear that. But he finds a moment.
Aunt reveal பண்ணது அவன் பார்க்கவே இல்ல. ஆமா பால் அவன் ஒழுங்கா போடல. பாரு மகா விஃப் அது காரணம் என்ன தெரியுமா? திடீர்னு அவன் இது வேண்டல் ஆடுறான் பார். போன மேப் ஃபுல்லா ஃபேண்டம் ஆடிட்டு இருந்தான். அதே ஸ்ப்ரே ட்ரை பண்ண வரும். அதுதான் மசில் மெமரி. நல்ல வேலை நீ ஜெயிச்சிருவானுங்கன்னு சொல்லி நோ பண்ண. ஆனா கடைசி அவனுங்க பிளான்ட் கூட பண்ணாம தோத்துட்டான்.
Jorgen Leaf on their own together were 12 and 3 in first kill to first death, which is ridiculous. That's absurd. That is utterly monstrous from Jorgen and Leaf. Now, of those rounds though, PRX won a third of the rounds where they were down in a 4v5. That's ludicrous.
Vice.
Like Team Liquid out here.
And I mean, you've watched it happen.
Vice வந்தே ஒரு வருஷம் ஆச்சு. வேலை
Vice டேஹோ வேலையா?
இல்ல அதுக்கு அடுத்து டேஹோ.
ஆமா.
And what it led to was that PRX won a large majority actually of the gun rounds.
ஆமாதான் இப்ப திரும்ப
PRX. So they were able to come through.
ஆமா போக்கு எடுத்த வயசு அது டேஹோ. அதுக்கு அடுத்து இப்ப கண்ட்ரோலர் வந்துச்சுன்னா அடுத்து சென்டினல் வரும். இப்ப கண்ட்ரோலர் வந்துச்சுன்னா நான் அடுத்த வருஷம் சொல்றேன். இனிஷ் அதே ஆர்டர் தானே ப்ரோ? டேஹோ இனிஷ் அதே ஆர்டர்.
இது வரும்.
Double duelist, for example, that Pacific are running a lot of, does seem to do pretty damn well on the attack side.
ஆமா அடுத்து இப்ப கண்ட்ரோலர் இந்த இயர் இப்போ இன்னும் 10 நாள்ல
Gotta say too, in general, I don't think I'm that much of a fan of PaperX's comp. I think the Raze is worse than the Waylay or the Neon, but I've no doubt that it's comfortable territory for Jing.
இல்ல அதே ஆர்டர் தான் பாய். இப்ப கண்ட்ரோலரா அடுத்து செட் டியூலிஸ்ட் இதே தான் ஆர்டர். ஏன்னா அதுக்கு க்ளோவுக்கு முன்னாடி ஐசோ வந்துச்சா, அதுக்கு முன்னாடி டெட்லாக் வந்துச்சு. இதே ஆர்டர் தான்.
If you're PaperX, play some wacky stuff. It's
ISO deadlock.
Usually, I mean, the wacky stuff is leading into their wheelhouse, right? It's roles that they want to play that they're comfortable with.
Did you play the Yoru Waylay on Haven?
அதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஹார்பரா இருக்கும்.
ஹார்பர் தான்.
Jing looking to take a fight down mid against this drone. Yeah. Risky, very risky. Don't want to give a gun away here.
ஆனா நான் இதோட இப்போ ஒரு பெரிய கேம் வரப்போகுது. டெட்லாக்னு அதுல மேட்ச்லாம் ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க.
Oh, he's heard that.
Yeah, TP.
எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு அது அன்ஃபேர் ப்ரோ. 6 மாசத்துக்கு அதான் சொல்றேன். ஆனா எல்லா பெரிய அவனுங்க ப்ரொஃபஷனல் டோர்னமெண்ட்ஸே ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டானுங்க. இது அன்ஃபேர் அட்வான்டேஜ் கொடுக்குறாங்க. அது ஆமா ஆமா நெக்ரோஸ்க்குலாம் முதல்லயே கொடுத்துட்டாங்க.
Is raining down lead upon them, raining down. Shot after shot.
Backstab.
Hammering blows and it's brought.
Backstab. ஆமா ஆமா ஸ்பைடர்மேன்ல நிறைய அவர்
டீம் இருக்கு மேட்ச்.
அதான்
in this spot right here, but against the shot.
டேன்னு ஒரு ஸ்பைடர்மேன் இருக்கு, அவனும் நல்லா ஆடுவான்.
Just like that.
That's a criminal round again. Because I think Defy did so much here. Double contesting, slowing down massively, which plays Jing and Forsaken into
அது நீ claim பண்ணாலும் அவன் allow பண்ணாதான்
hits 3 fantastically crisp shots with the Sheriff.
Round will be round 5.
Steals a Mastercard Thrifty away from PaperX. There we go.
3 4 5
3 kill கூட அவன் நல்ல பிளேயர் தான். 3 kill bro.
Something that pulls out the operator. Tries to take an aggro angle on A.
குடு.
It's hard to op this line.
ஒரே ரவுண்ட் ஆனா 3 கில்னா கரெக்ட்டா 3 கில். 3 ஜாஸ்தியாவும் இருக்கு. ஒரு ரவுண்ட் 2 இல்ல ஒரே ரவுண்ட் 3.
இன்னொன்னுல 2 எடுக்கணும் இல்ல
horn broken immediately.
இல்ல ஆமா அதான் அப்படி எடுக்கணும் இல்ல 3-0 ன்னு எடுக்கணும்.
But not punished for it. They crash
அது
We'll have to respect this at some point.
அதிகமாவும் எடுத்துற கூடாது. 3-4 கில் எடுத்துற கூடாது.
Skate Crash has faded.
அந்த டோட்டா.
Slow play from G2.
இல்ல அவனுங்க ரெடி ஆவல. எல்லாரும் வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் ட்ரோன் பண்ண அவன் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்றான் பாரு அது இருக்குன்னு.
Is broken. Hello something.
ஏய் எதுக்குடா வால் ஆன் பண்ண லூஸ்.
Still alive though.
வால் ஆன் பண்ணி அவனே இது பண்ணிட்டான்.
And away alongside that seas and there needs to be that collection across fire setup.
எனக்கு இதனால தான் இந்த ஏரியாவே நான் போக மாட்டேன். இவன் ஆடணும். இவன் ஆடினாதான் அவங்க ஜெயிப்பாங்க. ட்ரெண்ட் இந்த மேட்ச் ஆடலாம். அடே உள்ள போட் இவன் செக் பண்ணுவான். இல்ல செக் பண்ணு.
That's a big kill.
Massive one. Frees up the flank away from it. Now has the armor gun. He's going to be using this preemptively.
He's been doing that a lot.
Parala, nice preventive.
Just trying to buy a bit of time, but that nade rebounding. That's going to be a perfect position. Leaf surely goes drifting away, and it's a half clear.
அவன் குதிச்சத கேட்கவே இல்லையா?
The savior once more.
இந்த மேட்ச் அது ஷாட் இப்போ கொஞ்சம் காமா இருக்கறான். ரொம்ப அலட்டுவான் இந்த பையன்.
Jing was convinced that corner was clear.
போன மேட்ச் சொதப்புனனால
It was very close, wasn't it? Trent also hits a really important shot there onto Patman because it gives him safety in yards. They know that then both of the retakers are coming from this spawn area. This kill, had it gone the other way, had Patman been able to clean out.
Fade, ஆமா 3 kill எடுக்கணும்.
As well actually in terms of playing around the
all the best.
They had Trent ready to swing through that, so even if Leaf hadn't been able to get the kill, I think the trade would have been there. And this is something that G2 do slightly.
Momentum கலஞ்சிருச்சு. போனஸ் ரவுண்ட் ஜெயிச்ச டீம் மாதிரி ஆடல.
Leaf is just putting that ball down on A.
போனஸ் ரவுண்ட் இல்ல, போனஸ் கன்வர்ஷன். ஆமா,
because it was their first time playing this version of the composition.
Yeah.
எப்படி போனஸ் ரவுண்ட் ஜெயிச்சிட்டு 3-2 இருக்கு. 3 ஆனாங்க.
Don't worry about the wall.
3 ஆனா அவ்வளவுதான்.
Teams are going to take it.
I think part of the reason too is if you walk in mid, you might be inviting an opportunity for something to flash through it.
And take the timing.
Yeah, your opponent sees control of those timings. PaperX taking an attack time out here. The brain trust of Alex and Mini, seeing if they can figure out some kind of adjustment to what's been going on. I mean, the Thrifty, in my opinion, was just leap hit shots. I don't think you have to be too worried about that one again. But the slow A take.
Batman தான் அதிகமா கில் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கான். அந்த ரவுண்ட் செரிஃப் தான் வச்சிருக்கான். 3 கில் எடுக்கும். அவனை நோக்கியாவது வராங்களா? இல்ல மிட்டில் ஆடி.
Seconds of
ஆடுற மாதிரிலாம் ஆடுறாங்க ப்ரோ esportsல. கலங்கிரும்.
Big presence of PaperX over the water. Claiming a lot on that side of the map.
மஜா பிளேயர் ப்ரோ அவரு.
Drift now going to be used by George to try and set them forwards. Drone to vacate evac cord 4 needs some help and reinforcements and potentially something. Wing into the sidelines, but now he's out into the open, squaring up for that fight. Instant response, balance straight there. Wants to try and take the fight to him, but the IGL dips him in the process. Bit down. Bit of coverage.
ஓடிறானுங்க பாரு ஓடிறான் மிட் பாத்து
where'd you call for?
எனக்கு போயிரலாம் மிட் இல்லையா
But there's a flank on
வால் இன்னும் அங்க தான் இருக்கு இல்ல அப்படியே போயிட வேண்டியதானே
the timing just missed it.
செக் பண்ணிட்டான் கரெக்ட்டா செக் பண்ணான்
The pit's going to be falling as
கரெக்ட்டான கால் நான் சொன்னனா
he's open now for the taking.
அவனா போய்ட்டானே
Just like that, Forsaken as well wants to fill in the gaps. He's got that ult earned for that occasion. Picking up residency.
Push back divine. Forsaken, it's all on him.
30 seconds comes down to these kills. What is that? So good. Disgusting stuff.
30 seconds left.
Playing and weaving around his smoke. He's made the B site his den, and there's only one more option really left for G2 to work towards. It is this B site. They have to find a way past it, but again, Forsaken!
It's ludicrous.
Hisense
walking on bloody water at this point. That's just filthy.
He is utterly unbelievable. This is the kind of form he was in at Masters Toronto.
Attacked by bullets.
நீ அவனுக்கு ரெண்டு போட்டுதா முட்டை கில் எடுத்துறான் ரெண்டு ரவுண்டா
I mean, he gets killed one bullet's valid.
அவன் முட்டை கில் எடுத்துறான் ஆமா
from getting any level of space or plant down. The way he plays when he's on like this is just utterly remarkable.
அதுதான் prediction யாரு
பண்றா gambling shot caller
back in hand.
உள்ள drops வரும்
more of a passive line. Yeah. Not as aggro as he was playing previously.
இன்னைக்கு ஓனி பிக்சல் வந்து இந்த கேமை பாத்துட்டு இருக்கான் ப்ரோ நான் அத போய் பார்க்கணும் ஓனி பிக்சல்
TP for the information. That's a drone that does tag.
Wow, that's actually through mid.
அது என்ன இன்னைக்கு தான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் அவன் வந்து CS ஓட ஸ்ட்ரீமர் அவன் வந்து Valorant ரொம்ப கொச்சப்படுத்தி பேசிட்டே இருப்பான் ஆனா இன்னைக்கு நான் ஒரு சான்ஸ் கொடுக்க போறேன் இது பண்ண போறேன் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் பார்க்க போறேன் இன்னைக்கு பார்க்கல போலாம்
low percentage chance but he still goes for it and actually they're looking to double reclear into leaf again on it
இல்ல அவன் ஃப்ரைடேல இருந்து பார்க்க போறான்னா அவன் சரியான இவன் ப்ரோ ஆக்சுவலி நான் ஒன்னு சொல்லவா நான் 2 கேம் ஆடி இருக்கேன் எந்த கேம் தான் பெட்டர் கேம் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு ஏன்னா ஃபார் பெட்டர் இது அதன ஸ்கின்ஸ் எல்லாம் சூப்பர் என்ன இதுல எல்லா பிளேயரும் ஒரே மாதிரி கிடையாது ஒவ்வொரு ஏஜென்ட்டுக்கும் வேற வேற பவர் இருக்கிறது ஒரு அன்ஃபேர் அட்வான்டேஜ் அது உண்மைதான் ஏன்னா இப்போ இந்த ஒரு கார்னர்ல நான் மாட்டிக்கிட்டேன்னா ஓமன் இருந்துச்சுன்னா நான் டிவி பண்ணி காணாம போயிடலாம் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு அட்வான்டேஜ் இருக்கு மத்தபடி இந்த கேம் சூப்பர் தான்
It's going to be Forsaken revealing his hand from the spot. And Jogmo supplementary
with the
and he gives it up, but he still shots are going wide. Going wild.
இதுதான் அவனுங்க ஃபைட்டே கொடுக்க மாட்டானுங்க அதுதான் இவனுங்க இவ்வளவு நம்பர் 1 இருக்குது நான் ஸ்மோக் பண்ணி எப்படி இது பண்ணலாம் பத்தியா
Jogmo just about wrangles control of the round.
Incredible round from Jorg. But man, when you watch Forsaken, he makes you believe, doesn't he? That one was an inch away from coming through with a ridiculous clutch. You can just tell in the way that the G2 players are playing against him too that they are
even team la ide qualify
the smoke isolates Jonah Pease.
Footballist
first blood yaar yadupa
ults come online though.
உனக்கு என்ன தோணுதோ சொல்லு எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு 4 செகண்ட் ஃபார்ம்ல வந்துட்டான் நல்லா இருப்பான்
round 7. And just keep G2 in it.
இந்த ரவுண்ட் பேட்மேன் 3 கில் எடுப்பான் பாரு சாக்டிக்கல்.
This has got something on a deep line. Again, you look at the VOD of what G2 were doing, and they were doing flash horn to clear B. Pretty much every round they were going.
இவனுங்க 10 பேர்ல அக்கவுண்ட்ல உள்ள எல்லா ஸ்கின்னும் நம்ம ஒரே அக்கவுண்ட்க்கு வந்துறணுமா எப்படி இருக்கும்?
Something I really respect about PRX.
எல்லா ஸ்கின்னும் அப்படியே இவனுங்க 10 பேர்ட்ட இருக்கிற எல்லா ஸ்கின்னும் நம்ம அக்கவுண்ட்க்கு வந்துறணுமான்னு சொன்னேன். லூசி அக்கவுண்ட் வச்சிருக்கல அதுல 10 பேர் இந்த 10 பிளேயர்ஸோட அனைத்து ஸ்கின்ஸ் அவங்க வச்சிருக்கிற எல்லா ஸ்கின்ஸ் இந்த மேட்ச் இல்ல எல்லா ரவுண்ட் எல்லாம் அவங்க வச்சிருக்கிற இன்வென்டரி எல்லா இதுவும் இருக்கும் எல்லா சான்ஸும் இருக்கும். அதுதான் சொல்றேன் அவனுங்கிட்ட மொத்தமா இருக்கும். அதான் இப்ப நீ அது சொல்ற நான் அதை மட்டும் சொல்ல நைஃபையும் கலந்து சொல்றேன்.
It's going to be so difficult.
நைஃப் இப்ப நைஃப் அவனுங்கிட்ட எல்லா சாம்ஸும் வச்சிருப்பான் அவன் எல்லா சாம்ஸும் வச்சிருப்பான். நீங்க ஒரு சாம்ஸ் வச்சிருப்பான் அவன் பாரு வேற என்னெல்லாம் அவனுக்கு மொத்த பண்டிலா வாங்குறவனுங்க ப்ரோ. சைராக்ஸ் வச்சிருப்பானுங்க ஃபுல் பண்டில் வச்சிருப்பாங்க அந்த மாதிரிலாம் வச்சிருப்பான். ஆக்சுவலி அவனுங்களுக்கு ஃபுல் காஸ்ட் எல்லாம் வர்றது இல்லையா? நீ பார்த்தேன்னு வச்சுக்கோ, நான் பார்த்தேன் அவனோட சேலரி ஸ்ட்ரீம் நீ சொல்ற ஸ்ட்ரீம்னு இவனை எவ்வளவு பேர் பாக்குறானுங்க தெரியுமா? ட்ரெண்ட்ட 10 பேர் பாக்குறானுங்க, 10-20 பேர் தான் பாக்குறானுங்க. அவன்லாம் ஃபேமஸ் கிடையாதுயா. இவனை மாதிரி டென்ஸ் மாதிரிலாம் இவனுக்கு எல்லாம் பணம் வர்றது இல்ல. டென்ஸ் வாங்குவான், டேரிக் வாங்குவான், அது வேற. இப்ப அந்த வேலைன்னு நான் அந்த வேலைன்னு சொல்றேன். அவன் இருக்கான வேலைன்னு இந்த ஜானா ஆஸ்பாஸ் அவனுக்கு வரும். அவன் 6000 பேரு கிட்ட பாப்பாங்க அவன் ஸ்ட்ரீம. இப்ப இந்த டென்ஸ் டேரிக் அவனுங்கெல்லாம் எல்லா பண்டிலும் வாங்க முடியும். அவனுங்களுக்கு பணம் அப்படி வருது. ஜிங் ஓகே, 4 செகண்ட் ஓகே, சம்திங் ஓகே.
டேரிக்லாம் வந்து ஒண்ணுமே இருக்காது ஸ்டோர்லயே, அவ்வளவு வாங்கி வச்சிருப்பான்.
ஆமா ஆமா ஸ்டாரிக்டெல்லாம் ஒண்ணு வாங்கி வச்சிருப்பான். அதான் அவன் வந்து ஒரு இண்டஸ்ட்ரி பிளான்ட் அப்படின்னா என்னன்னு தெரியுமா? அப்படின்னா அவனை வந்து ரயாட்டே இது பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கு. அவன் அபிஷியல் பார்ட்னர். அவன்லாம் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு அவனுக்கு எல்லாம் அக்கௌண்டே கொடுத்துருவாங்க. எதுக்கு தெரிஞ்சு வாங்குறதெல்லாம் அவனுக்கு சும்மாதான் ஷோகேஸ் பண்றது. இந்த ஓனி பிக்சலுக்கும் அப்படிதான் ரயாட் படிலாம் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க சட்டி தலை. ஆமா அதான் சென்டினல்ஸ் அதுவும் ரயாட்டும் சேர்ந்து அவனை வச்சிருக்கு. அவன் ரொம்ப செல் அவுட் அவன். அவன் சோலே வித்துருவான். அவன் கார்பரேட் ஆமா பேசிடுவான், அப்படியே பேசிடுவான். அவன் இந்த இது அது என்ன டிரான்ஸ் LGBTQ அதெல்லாம் சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுவான். அவன் அந்த கே அந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் காமெடி பண்ணா பேன் பண்ணிடுவான் யாரும். இப்ப இந்த ஃப்ளோரசன்ட் எவ்வளவு பெரிய ஆளா ஆயிட்டான் அவன் தான் நான் சொல்லுவேன். அவன் பாரு சரியான ஃப்ளோர் டிடிங்கிறானுங்க எல்லாரும் அவனை. இவன் அவனை கமெண்டே பண்ண மாட்டேங்கிறான் அவனை பத்தி. பிளேயர் நல்ல பிளேயர் தான், ஆனா அட செக் பண்ணல.
But it goes both ways. PRX is still in this fight. It's evened up. It's not 2v2. Patman off onto the flank. And now putting the squeeze on Jonah B. Leaving that time in for Leaf to collect. Devi in a 1v2. Testing with that shorty in your face. It's a lot of damage done.
Yeah, one
down to barely anything at all. Quick tap as well, trying to force Leaf out into the open, but he swings at the right time.
Chops the head clean.
10-2, another big round.
எல்லா மேப்பும் இப்படி க்ளோஸாவே போகும் போல கடைசி அவனால ஒருத்தன் தப்பு பண்ணா மேட்ச்
Lost the
முடியும்
player to some spam through a smoke early on towards A link, which is unfortunate. Would have loved to have something online. There he goes. This double
ஆமா இந்த மேப் ஆனா ஆடி காட்டிட்டு
nice
இருக்கான்
idea. They just couldn't quite get the advantage of the 3v3. And part of that actually is because Forsaken didn't clear the
ஆமா
corner. Steel Garden forced Jonah to
அவன்
the shorty in hand.
பிக்க உடியா அவன் எடுக்கவே இல்லாட்டி கூட உயிரோட அவன் செத்து என்ன பண்ணா பி காலியா இருந்துச்சு சியும் காலி பண்ணி விட்டுட்டான் அவ்வளவுதான் மொத்தமா முடிஞ்சிச்சு இதனாலதான் சென்டினல் மாதிரி அவன் சென்டினல் இல்ல வைப்பர் தான் ஆனா இருந்தாலும் ஒரு சென்டினல் மாதிரி தானே வைப்பர் அந்த ரோல் அதனாலதான் ப்ரோ ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட்
Going for another play here.
ஆமா இவனுங்க போய் சாவறவனுங்களுக்கு நம்ம இருக்கிற பிரஷர் என்ன தெரியும் அவன் இப்ப நியான் எடுத்து நீ அங்க போ இங்க போ நியான் எடுத்து வேகமா செத்துறதுக்கு அப்புறம் அவன் சொல்லுவான் பாரு நீங்க வரல அது பண்ண நம்ம அவ்வளவுதானு பின்னாடி இது பண்ணிட்டு இருப்போம் நம்ம செத்தோம்னா அவனுக்கு எங்க இருந்து அடி விழுதுன்னே தெரியாது அந்த அளவுக்கு அதான் அவனுக்கு ஸ்பேஷியல் அவேர்னஸ் கிடையாது டீம் எங்க இருக்குன்னு பார்க்க மாட்டான் செம வேண்டலோட இது கார்டியன்ல தான் ஆக்யூரேட்டா அடிப்பான் இன்னும் 3 தான் இந்த பாரு செம ஷாட்
Forsaken as well, all the way up through B main.
It's two players of G2. They have been picked apart at the seams here. Every single avenue accounted for. Main, Link, and CT.
கேட்டா இப்ப பிளான்ட்டே பண்ண கூடாது என்ன
But as that smoke fades again, the time is taken. Jonah P can only do so much.
நவாரு 50 மேல 55.
They've got that caliber of players, and it doesn't matter what they're working with. They will take the fight against you and win it.
This is such a good play from Something. Gets in front of the salvo after already being pushed back by double flash and a horn.
அதான் ஹெட்ஷாட் பொட்டன்ஷியல் இருக்கிற எல்லா கன்னும் உங்களுக்கு அப்பதான் சேவர் ஃபைட் அதான் மொத்தமா பாம் வெடிச்சு ஜெய் தோத் எஸ் போட்ரு எஸ் போட்
for not having a real sentinel in the comp.
That's been constant.
ஒரு பிளேயராவது அலைவா இருப்பாங்களான்னு என்ன சொல்ல வருதுன்னா க்ளோஸா பாம் பிளான்ட்ட டிஃப்யூஸ் பண்ண போய் செத்தாதானே எல்லா 10 பிளேயரும் செத்து போவாங்க அது ரேரா தானே நடக்கும் ரவுண்ட்ல
He had a bit of a quiet game, but that round.
வெறும் ப்ராபபிலிட்டி யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கோம் இப்போ நோ போட்.
No way, this is such risky business.
There should be double drone in his face as well. It should be hard actually for something to play this side.
It's a game of reactions. It's a game of reactions.
Yes, அதான் மினிமம் ஒருத்தனாவது அலைவா இருப்பானுங்க. Yes தான் கரெக்ட்.
And he's gone so deep there. He's found the time.
At least ஒருத்தனாவது
Ball is hurt. There's a gap in the play. Forsaken wasn't quite holding it, and that timing was taken.
ஒரு பிளேயரா ரெண்டு டீம்ல இருந்து அலைவா இருக்கணும் புரியுதா ஒரு டீம் இல்ல ரெண்டு டீம்ல இருந்தோம்
This is an angle as well. Counting for it, sees the damage done though. Instantly there with a trade, nevertheless. Jonah P did do that damage to Forsaken. 2 left alive now for G2. Nade is going to come sailing overhead, trying to deny that plan. It's tapping. As G2 are looking for bodies, trying to pull them out.
Correct. இவன இப்போ எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு மிட்ல இவன குடிச்சாங்கன்னா
giving them an inch though.
மூணு பேரா கஷ்டம்.
He stopped something from getting on a really aggro line. Now he starts to creep forwards.
Rosanna Heroics.
Something
very much alone when he's holding this one. Crouch down, satchel overhead. Needs some help, needs some bailout as well. Has to be picture perfect. Picture perfect. Let's spray down a transfer. It's Jorgen. G2 leading by the 1.
A rare moment there where it's actually a PaperX player with util in hand getting caught. Some monstrous big rounds coming out of players on both teams.
CS la or player orthan sonnadhu enna
big recovery from G2 actually.
Yana, will there be any?
And 6 on the attack side of Corrode does feel really strong. Only one player to defend on a full player stack for Forsaken.
ஆமா ஒருத்தனாவது அலைவா இருந்தா ஓகே நான் தப்பு
looking for the ace but just Jorgen
both team
paving a way to success. Most of the way being cleared out. Jorgen has all this space now for the rest of his team.
ஸ்பேஸ் எடுக்கிறதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டான். சைட் காலியா இருக்கு. அப்படியே ஓடிடுங்க.
Potential timing to be taken as those Qs are cut away. Something could really be looking to punish. The weaponry never quite ideal, but still the damage is being done. Showstopper, he whips it around. Jing is straight in and through. Tip of the spear for him, and something not anticipated. Exiting out of that ult. It's a mad scurry. It's a mad dash through mid. The Divine left to punish. And
6-6 தான் எல்லா மேப்பும் 6-6. 11 12 இப்படியே பண்ணி.
What a first half here of Corrode.
இது எழுதி வச்சிருக்கானுங்க ப்ரோ. க்ளோஸா.
Ever seen PRX play on this map? And only the second time for G2 with this comp. Could be anybody's game still coming up.
The bar போட்டு அரைக்கலாம்.
One enemy remaining.
நான் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இந்த கேமோட மார்வல் கேம் எக்ஸைட்டிங்கா தான் தெரியலையா. இது பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கேன். இக்னைட் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு அடிப்பான். ஏன்னா அட்டாக்கிங்
செகண்ட் ஹாஃப்ல ஏதோ ஏஸ் வருமான்னு கேக்குறாங்க. ஏஸ் கொடுக்கவா?
அன்னைக்கு பாக்குறாங்க. என்ன 416 மில்லியோ ரொம்ப மோசமா ஆடிக்கிட்டு இருக்கா. I am Groot.
Pace that these two teams are coming at each other with is just unbelievable, and Forsaken has been on a heater. Hot hand, keep passing to this guy. He's shooting threes all day long at this point. I mean, he has been unreal, and it's taken heroics from him, to be honest, to drag it 6-6. G2, credit to them, they brought it 6-6 in level, because early on, at the beginning of this map, it was looking like all PRX off the back of this guy right here.
Yeah. Take a look at the Coinbase Econ report. I think Forsaken might be the only player shutting the Leaf down.
Yeah.
Done 758 damage to the guy. But what a treat we have to open up playoffs. Two teams, arguably the favourites to win the tournament. I think that's what most people think. We had a poll earlier on that reckoned 75% of you out there thought the winner of this was the favourite to win the entire thing.
And I don't blame them.
No, because... yeah, I mean, you see in the game as well. It's exciting to watch. It's fast-paced. It's aggressive. They've got shooters.
Every team is willing to take risks. Players are just making decisions that they wouldn't normally do because they're playing against the best of the best, right?
It's a great way to open up playoffs. We could only hope that the grand finals are this entertaining when we finally get to the end of it.
Absolutely, and hopefully we do get to see, potentially, a map 3. So far, this series has been delivering beginning to end.
Now this round, a very slow, cautious one for PRX, taking a little bit of B control, while Forsaken pressures elsewhere. And all picked up from Jing. I mean, this immediately starts some of the rotations from coming through, because you see that the Raze was the one who picked up the ult.
Yeah.
So when you know that the Raze was over here towards B main, you're thinking, well, that's where they're going to finish if they exec in the next 30 seconds. And that little piece of info now allows PRX to hit a weaker A site if they can get through Jorgamo.
Jorg is hard committed. There's no gate crash to get him out here. Some of the angle to be watched for. They lost mid control in the process. Actually, Jonah P was the one to take up domain and residency there.
There.
Quick walk down. Divide being
even diamond body தான் வச்சிருப்பா எப்பவுமே.
Landing over towards an A hit now for PRX. Making moves forwards, that's a kill claim.
இல்ல அவன் பேர் என்ன? Jonah P.
That smoke is his head who ends up going down. Paranoid sweeps, so that is a massive collection. It's only Batman who can put a stop to
blind உள்ளவன் எப்படியா?
He buys enough time for Forsaken to reinsert himself, get back into the action, get back into the fight. It's all laughs on their side. Another pistol round here for PRX.
Jonah P had done a great job actually pushing down, but he gets caught through the smoke. And Patman, gotta give him the credit. No way. That is ridiculous from Forsaken.
That's unbelievable. I didn't realize that was how it happened.
No. I was thinking that paranoia wore off quickly.
Right.
No, it didn't.
No, who does that? You get paranoid, your decision making, not run away. Doesn't matter.
Just Forsaken things.
That is insane split-second decision making.
Double pistol, one now in this map by PRX, flipping the narrative completely. Both of them on Lotus.
எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு நீ எல்லா மேட்சும் பண்ணாலே ஜெயிச்சிருவையா, அப்படியே ஜெயிச்சிடலாம், ஈஸியா 3 வாங்கிடுவேன்.
PRX will be hoping to avoid that. What a cool pistol idea as well, just baiting, faking with the fact that the Rays picked up the ult orb. A lot of prep going into these pistols from both of the coaching staffs.
ஏதோ பக் ஆயிடுச்சு.
Jonah and Jorg here.
இது என்ன ப்ரௌசர் இது?
It's not really the best weapon to work with. Something does its best with it. Just ghost in hand. Knocks the heads off 2 G2 players. Jorgamo and Jonah P out for the count.
Really nice.
அதெல்லாம் ஓகே தான். இந்த ப்ரௌசர்லாம் சொல்றாங்க அது இதுன்னு நிறைய கீஸ்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணாது, மற்றபடி இதெல்லாம்
not really cleared out with the classics. Might be able to
அது
make the
சரிதான் ப்ரோ. ஆனா
the plant is down though. 3v3, you got to think the weapons in the hands of these PRX players surely going to be enough, and Nate's still primed.
இந்த
Timing from the midst of all of it, and the body just peeking out. Forsaken loses out.
No way!
How the hell is it always happening like this, man? Listen, pistol rounds be damned. These teams Thrifty wins after the fact. It doesn't even matter.
I cannot believe at the end there that Trent was ready for the reswing. I mean, that just shows you how much they've been
classic
Fallen in the same spot as well.
That reswing, there are so few players in the world that would do what Forsaken did there on that timing, and somehow Trent snaps back to it and hits it mid-range with a stinger.
Leave வந்துட்டா அவனும் உட்கார சொல்லிட்டான் ட்ரெண்ட்.
Judge, which implies that he's going to pick up the judge again in the next round.
Yeah.
So double of the
வேலை இந்த மேப் நல்லாவே ஆடல.
And we get to see some of the attacking theory from PRX, because if you're going to run a Raze on your attack side and it's Jing, you're going to have some weird double blast pack pathing. Otherwise, he might as well be playing, you know, like a Waylay or a Neon or something. Not that he particularly does very often.
Here he comes. Yeah, double satchels.
எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு ரேஸ்லாம் ஓகே தான் அந்த மேப்புக்கு.
Gives him some cover to play in.
ஆமா, வேலை தான் பெட்டர்.
The back of the minds of G2 forces the drone out.
இவனுக்கு வேற ஆட அவ்வளவா ஆட மாட்டான்ங்கிறதுக்காக இதை பண்ணி.
Plant down for PRX.
Not very much space in the post plant though.
I never want to count them out though. Salvos.
மாலியே இல்ல. இதுக்கு அந்த ஓரத்தை
deals a divine. He was on the flank of his own. Big ass map, so that paranoia is going to be riding forward alongside the flash. Anything to try and push them back still. It's a gun differential at this point. Raining true, and no way! Jing claims 2! Still the damage down. Shred of HP. And cynical towards the end of it, as scary as it looks in the midst.
He went for the ult towards the end, hoping that even with a fraction of HP between the two players, the ult would work. Yeah. I'm finding it hard to criticize maybe Alex and Mini or the coaching booth, but when you're that close, when you've just been gifted 2 kills inside a smoke, you have your ult online in round 15, the third round of the half. I'm not mad about it, you know. You can send that kind of stuff. That really looked like PRX might be able to get a thrifty back in the other direction. Something's actually picked up the attack op, so they're not going for another play with the judge and another.
Jingoda ult use panta, waste panta.
They're going for something slow, trying to work a pick here with their superstar player. Something looking like in best in the world form, but needs a little bit of assistance to get on some good lines to be able to activate. On the attack side, had a slower opening here on Corrode, actually. Wasn't dominating. That was Forsaken's job.
Spam coming from the side of Jonah P's on, so something knows that something is up. Okay, crash fade.
Same
could be set for Jorgamo.
And when you have Jorg fighting here, you can afford to stack 3A. And Devi, I think, has broadly failed in his job.
அவன் ஏ கண்ட்ரோல் எடுத்துட்டான்ல அதனால
It's going to come down to the aim though, and the shot's fired. Oh, that was a jump spot from long range. Something still creeping ever so steadily up towards this angle. Paranoia will be a bit of respect forced out of it. Prowler into the corner gives the acknowledgement here to PRX, but the Salvas are slowing them down. 38 seconds left. Utah being bled out of this G2 squad.
இப்பெல்லாம் யூட்டில்லாம் போடக்கூடாது எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு.
Seas does connect again. It's all meant to try and slow them down, but again, not much left in the tank here for G2. It comes down to the weaponry at this point. Gunplay, and how well can you trade each other out? Both satchels used. Just crouch peeking into it. Jing dismissed readily. Reaction time test. All pays off here for the G2 players. Very ready for the fight that was coming their way.
They didn't push the aggressive Yoru off the line. So in terms of the macro game, G2 had 3 players, the strong sight in the right place on A.
Ascent
G2 have been amazing at on Corot. Even when the map wasn't working for them, is their hold over towards the Acer. Great job of playing these nice and using valid smokes to make it really tough for the attacking team to actually get onto the site.
There be a diffuse வாய்ப்பு இருக்கதானே செய்து இல்லையா?
2 ரவுண்ட் ஒரு ரவுண்ட்னா கூட ஓகே நோன் கொடுக்கலாம். 2 ரவுண்ட் ஏதா ஒரு ரவுண்ட் மிஸ் ஆனா
ஆமா எஸ்ன்னு கொடுத்துடலாம். ஆமா இந்த ரவுண்ட் கூட ஈக்கோ, அடுத்த ரவுண்ட் கன்ஃபார்மா இருக்கும். இந்த ரவுண்டே பிளான்ட் கொடுத்துருவாங்க போல.
ரவுண்ட் பண்ணாலும்
Deep smoke, lay it down for him.
I'd like to see them do this on a rifle round. Into a nice position. This time they're fighting
forwards. Yes, into elbow.
Fight பண்ண போறாங்க.
He's only going to be connecting onto the one, only onto the one lead. Has to be that difference maker, but a Reeve swing out. Pacman more than ready for it. Trent to the sticky spot. The situation here is going to be a bit dire for him. Set him up. Something.
Hey, என்னல
scatters forward. Something delivering, hammering out the shots. G2 at the amble in this situation. Big light up from the horns. This is all going our way. Chaos is where PRX thrive.
A mastercard
even now on the
in this series. So many of them. This time it's
G2 எல்லாரும் round phantom யூஸ் பண்ணாலே மேப்பை ஜெயிச்சிருவாங்க. உனக்கு கட்டாச்சு எனக்கு. எல்லாரும் phantom யூஸ் பண்ணாலே ஜெயிச்சிருவாங்க. ஃபுல்லா வேண்டல்ல உள்ள வட போட்டுக்கிட்டு இருக்காங்க.
Jorg is ready for it. But something's a little quicker. Sometimes you watch this guy and it feels like he can do no wrong. But that was a pivotal one to get PRX back into this map.
Definitely was.
Because the attacking ideas, apart from this B exec, don't look amazingly strong. The B exec, though, does look difficult to deal with. I think you've got to be putting somebody in a position where they can sit inside that smoke. Getting someone in a spot where they can fight B main if Jinx isn't in that direction. But if the smoke lands on your head, just sit inside of it.
நம்மளே அப்படிதானேயா பண்றோம். விக்கி ப்ரோன்னு தான் சொல்றோம். ராஜேஷ்னா நான் Tuneracer கூப்பிடுவோம். இவனை மட்டும்தான் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு லுஃபின்னு கூப்பிடுவேன். ஏன்னா அவனுக்கு 1000 பேர் சொல்றீங்க.
Buying a Sholty is a nice idea because then you're not ruining yourself if they go for a different type of hit. But these are, you know, we're talking about this.
ஆதார் கார்டுல ஒரு பேர். இவனை எப்படி
our own game and our own role to spitball ideas. These guys on both sides are having to live react to new things that they're seeing being thrown at them here on the road. Because PRX
bro நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம்னு தெரியுதா? இருக்கலே ஷார்ட் நேம் ஏதோ அதை யூஸ் பண்றோம். இப்போ உன்னோட Tuneracerக்கு ராஜேஷ் ஷார்ட்டா இருக்கு, விக்கி ஷார்ட்டா இருக்கு, வின்வின்சிங். இப்போ BTKவே BTK தான் கூப்பிடுறோம், லுஃபின்னு தான் கூப்பிடுறோம், இசாகி
during those off days between groups and playoffs.
Critical bit of rest of teams.
அவர் அப்ப நீ சென்னை அவர் வீட்டுக்கு போனேன்னா BTK ப்ரோ எப்படி இருக்குன்னு கேட்கான்.
Bit of spam on either side here, straight to gets fires, so goes both ways.
He's noted 3 players in mid there, but it doesn't really tell you what side they're going to end on. 2-1-2 defense for G2. What the? There's no way. What? Well, he definitely. I'll tell you that one for free.
இது யாருமே இல்ல யாருமே இல்லாம இருப்பானுங்கன்னா நினைச்சான்
Committing an ult.
They're going to have to dig themselves out of this one.
இந்த தடவை செக் பண்ணா உருப்படியா
Spawn as well, but he's going to be.
அது சும்மா ஸ்பான்ல அப்படின்னா கொஞ்ச நேரம் தேடுவாங்கல்ல.
As a result of this, the pressure coming his way, making it feel like it could have been that B split.
எப்படி மாத்திது எல்லாம் ஃபேக் பார் சூப்பர் ஃபேக்.
And now G2 realize what a mistake they've made. PRX not only have to get into really deep positions.
இல்லையா வாய்ப்பு இல்ல எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இங்க பிளான்ட் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் 5-5 ஆயிரும். அந்த பாம் டிப் பண்ணுது அது ஒரு டீம்மேட் மாதிரி தான் லிட்டரலி.
Also on the side of G2 though to potentially clear this one out. See if they choose to use it.
அத ஒரு டீம்மேட் மாதிரி நீ ஆடுனனாலே போதும். அத பெயிட் பண்ணி
trail points it out. Jing rebounds with a salvo out into the open. Patman trying to help out as well through mid. Looking down this avenue, he knows where most of the ire is coming from. Shuts him down. 1, 2, 3 shots. He's looking for that 4 of his team. Counts him out for it. Sublime. Divide.
பிளான்ட் பண்ணலாம் விடவே கூடாது அவ்வளவுதான் இந்த மாதிரி லெவல்ல எல்லாம்.
The reaction times, nothing that G2 could do about that. So focused on dealing with Jing on the other corner.
சொல்லி வச்ச மாதிரி வேணும்னா போறாங்க. இது என்னது இது எல்லாமே ஸ்கிரிப்ட் தான் ப்ரோ. இந்த கேமே ஸ்கிரிப்ட் தான்.
It just looks like G2 are not even attempted to trade each other, but that's what.
ஆமா ரெண்டு ரவுண்ட் பிளான்ட் தான் பண்ணாங்க.
In fact, by the numbers, the best team in the world are trading each other. And Device just
9-9. Big ult expended as well. Jonah P snap into the side. Still wants to really gear
இல்ல ப்ரோ எல்லா மேப்பும் ரியலிஸ்ட் ஆடணும் ப்ரோ. அட்லீஸ்ட் அட்டாக்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஓகே டிஃபென்ஸ்லயாவது ஆடணும். ஏன்னா ஆஸ் அ ஏரியா எனக்கு எவ்வளவு ஈஸியா பிக் எடுத்துட்டு ஆடினா அது அவனால அதை வச்சிருக்க முடியல.
One wave of things.
இது க்ளோன் ஆக்டிங்கா இல்லையா?
Util Salvo's doing a lot of damage and flash on top of it. Weaponry in the hands of G2.
அவன் தான் போனான்.
Most of it and Leaf is going to get his chance now.
இவன் பண்ற கில்ல தான் இருக்கு. பாத்தியா அவனுங்க அடிச்சானு.
They have that open avenue.
அவன் அடிச்சானுங்க இவனுங்க அடிக்கல பாரு. அதுல தான் டிஃபரன்ஸ்.
I don't think they're going to be fast enough here.
Angle is just
மேல எங்கயா ஏறி நிக்கிறான். இது என்னதியா?
He's so creative. Like a bird.
He really is. I think they've dealt with the danger now. Finding that kill onto Leaf was like opening a release valve. All of the pressure dissipating. And PRX now taking the lead on this map. A couple of really important rounds here. And PRX have such a nice idea on their eco rounds. You see G2 forced down onto a Thrifty and can't quite find it.
அவன் வர நான் இன்னும் சொல்றேன் நீ நவுண்டுட்டே நிறைய ஸ்ப்ரெட் பண்ற அதெல்லாம் வந்து கொஞ்சம் நின்னு ஸ்ப்ரெட் பண்ணும்.
Clean them up instead, and you're right. I mean, the idea is
strafing பண்ணி
but it's PRX now with the lead.
Strafing பண்ணி இது பண்ணணும். அவன் பாரு அவன் வந்தான் அவன்
trade on John.
Spike plan பண்ணுவானே நினைக்கிறேன்.
Just making sure that
எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இதுக்கு அப்புறம் ஜீட் தோத்துருவாங்கன்னு நான் நினைக்கிறேன். அதனால பிளான்ட் ஆகும்.
You don't expect it to be up there.
It's amazing that PRX can be so late in terms of ideas that they're showing.
இந்த ரவுண்ட் தான் மேக் ஆர் பிரேக்.
Patch it over with just their game sense. Being able to find the right moments as well to take those peaks and the aim on top helps out. That is an operator in the hands of Jordan though. Forsaken gone, your smokes player down and out for the count.
Big adjustment here from G2 using a paranoia early. Getting the op onto a deep line as well.
ஸ்மோக்கே போச்சு பாரு அவங்ககிட்ட டபுள் ஸ்மோக்கும் கிடையாது. இந்த மேப் இவங்க தோக்குறதுக்கு நிறைய வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. ஏன்னா ஸ்மோக் முடிஞ்சிச்சு அவங்க ஸ்மோக் முடிஞ்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் பி போறதுங்கிறது ஒரு முட்டாள்தனம். என்ன எங்க அடிப்பானுங்கன்னு தெரியாது.
Leaf intentionally maybe even just getting caught. He does shut down Jing nevertheless. He was vulnerable up.
அவன் என்ன பண்ணான்னு பாத்தியா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் லெஃப்ட் கிளிக் பண்ணி அடுத்து ரைட் கிளிக். அது வந்து 60% கூட்டிரும் accuracy. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் லெஃப்ட் கிளிக் பண்ணி அடுத்து ரைட் கிளிக் பண்ணனும்.
PRX have been winning these.
Position is something in it. Going to be filthy stuff. Still dimensional drift should clear him.
Clear பண்ணிட்டான்.
He is now noted making comms Noted to the team, and in through that smoke as well, just pings.
ரெண்டு பேரும் info
From
கிடைச்சிச்சு.
that link angle, it's up to something and Patman. Can they punch a hole through this one? Flipped on its head. Spike being diffused, stuck all the way. The coverage is in sight for G2. They got bodies on bodies here. Ready to fight to the bitter end.
என்ன அந்த diffuse ஆகும்னு சொன்னல? இல்ல நீ. will be planted ன்னு சொன்னேன். ஆமா. Planted தான். நல்ல வேளை plant ஆயிடுச்சு. diffuse ஆகுமா? அப்ப இப்ப ஜெயிச்சிருவாங்களா? இதுதான் G2 மாதிரி ஒரு டீம்ல இதேது மத்த டீம்னா என்னத்துக்கு தோத்துருப்பாங்க.
So many bodies to stop Patman. And something doing anything towards the end there.
Ultimate இன்னும் ரெண்டு
With an alternate judge to play inside of, but might get run down on B.
போன தடவை நோ கில் போட்டுறலாம். அது டிராப் கிடைக்கும். கேமுக்குள்ள பிளேயர் கார்டு ஸ்ப்ரே
The nade and the siege.
எத்தனை HP? 2 HP தான்.
Barely alive. It's long.
வேணான்னு முடிச்சிட்டானா உள்ள போய்ட்டான்.
To try and help him out so nobody could really cross past the boundary.
If you look at that back in the VOD and you're one of the PaperX coaches, you're thinking, man, that's played that pretty perfectly at the start of the round.
There's going walkabouts here. There's so many angles to contest and account for.
Yo, hello, sir.
He's right past it. I mean, Divide.
I'm not even punished.
Not expecting it. No trade in sight because Jing's got the.
அவன் எப்படி punish பண்ணாரு? அவன் ஷாட்கன்ல வச்சிருக்கான்.
Jing one away from being able to get his showstopper online. Would have loved to play for A main.
Making moves now over towards A. That's a shot to the head though. Wall just saving Valen in a spot like that, and still, Jonapy squares up. TP up to mid for Forsaken.
This is mad.
They're
pinging out towards it.
ஆனா கேட்ருச்சு அவனுக்கு கேட்ருச்சு பிங் பண்றான். தேகலாம் பார்க்க ஆரம்பிச்சான்.
Trent is actually really important here.
I'm trying to hold this one back. He's feeling the heat now. It's turned up all the way. What is that? Shots fired. And elbow control still maintained. These players.
அவனையும் போட்டானுங்க பாத்தியா? அதான்.
2v4 looking for another kill, I think, to really set the pace and
அவன் அல்ட் அவுட் வெளிய அவன் செட்டே விட்டான்.
Is it Trent is on top form.
இவன்தான் அந்த மேப் கேரி பண்ண. இன்னும் அவன் அல்ட் வரல. இனிமேதான் அவன் அதான் அல்ட் வந்துருச்சியா? அவன் எந்த ரவுண்டு யூஸ் பண்றான்னு. ஆமா, அது வரைக்கும் உனக்கு உண்டு. என்ன கிராஸ் இது?
A and I think it's past what's going on, but these shots from Trent are magic.
Very bhaiya, na video
separate 1v1 with a vandal at close range, popping off. And giving his team the lead. Jing, though, did get that showstopper up. Does have the judge. Same B exec looking like it's going to be run here again.
Play. Leaf is not in a spot to really contest this one, but he's found a pocket to play in.
No kill சொல்லிருக்க பாப்போம்.
Not finding any marks, but the clearance is needed. They don't expect this. Not getting the read on it. It's the time of the plan. TP behind.
No, பின்னாடி பாரு. கில் பண்ணல அவன் அதுல.
Chaotic. What a crazy round. Could have been anyone's game there. It is traded. Now the Nightfall. It's going to be scattering. Ults on ults to try and find this Jing. He's hunting it out.
இந்த கேம்ல எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு யூடியூப்ல எடுக்கலனாலே நிறைய பேர் தூக்கிடுவாங்க.
Still ingrained. The positions to be held just comes down to the shots.
பாத்தியா, இதனாலதான் கொஞ்சம் accuracy.
It's a 3v3. Try lays it down at least without flash. Shots and fights all going. Tries to get it done, but not fast enough. PaperX level it out 11-11.
They were very set up in that post-plant scenario at the end. Absolute chaos. Love the idea from Leaf.
11 அதே மாதிரி பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. இது ஏதோ ஸ்கிரிப்ட். இவன் எங்க டிபி இங்க பாரு, இவன் எப்ப பார்த்தாலும் பேனிக் ஆகி ஸ்ப்ரே பண்றான் பாரு.
Jing did get the trade. It's this final play towards the end.
ஒவ்வொரு தடவையும் பேனிக் ஆவறான்யா.
I believe it was Divine setting up his post.
பயப்படுறான். எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இந்த மேப் போகும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இல்ல போகாதா? இந்த மேப் போகும் நினைக்கிறேன்.
Exactly like Lotus. A 6-6 half.
எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இப்போ இந்த ரவுண்ட் G2 எடுத்தாங்கன்னா ஓவர் டைம் போறதுக்கு வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. இல்லாட்டி வாய்ப்பு.
Heroics are needed on either side.
Incredible that we get a match of this caliber to open up playoffs.
I know.
The bracket is stacked.
எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு உங்க சென்டினல் ஆடாதது தான் G2 ஓட டவுன்ஃபால் நானு.
The execs have been working.
Yes.
Switch it up. Why change it? PaperX send it
இதே வயசே ஆடலாம். வயசு முந்தி இது ஆடினானுங்க. சேஜ் கூட ஆடினானுங்க தெரியுமா? ஜாகுமா தான் ஜோனா பி சேஜ் ஆடும். எல்லா ரவுண்டும் மேப் இது கொடுத்துடுறாங்க பிளான்ட்.
A lot of util flown forwards here. Jogmo's going to be caught though, near-sighted. Worrying predicament that he could be placed in. Drone needs to be dealt with onto the side here. But the fight, brute force, no way! Forsaken! Brought down to the open air, tried to take the TV behind him to be that dagger in the back, but punished as a result. The pick could be exactly what G2 needed. The flood, the avalanche, now it's all falling to pieces, and it's going to come down to the individuals again. They have to do it all, and it leaves it down to just something. Jorgamo with the defuse, he knows there's safety now, surrounded by his comrades. It's G2 up to 12.
40 confirmed at least.
Flipped on its head. G2 get up to map.
Script from Lotus flipped on his head.
It's a spawn. Jonah P, I think, is so aware to be able to catch what kind of.
அவன் இங்க பாரு டிபி பண்ணது மட்டும் இல்லாம ஸ்மோக் போட்டு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணலாம்னு வேற ட்ரை பண்றான் அங்க.
This time the flash from Divide. Watch for.
இல்ல பிளைண்ட் போலான்னு நினைச்சானோ நம்ம ஏதோ பண்றதுக்கு திரும்ப நான் வாழை பார்த்தேன். இவன் ரொம்ப ஃபிளெக்ஸ் ஏஜென்ட்டா இருக்கிறதுனால எதெல்லாமோ ட்ரை பண்ணிக்கிட்டே இருக்கான்.
It's the B exec again maybe, or just fighting for the space early on.
This time though, G2 are ready for it. Will it be OT? Will it be map 3?
ஓடி நிச்சா பணத்துல
A bait and switch over here looks like a really nice adjustment.
Whoa. இவன் வேணுக்குன்னு ஜாகுமா ஃபைட் எடுத்துட்டு கிளம்பிடுவான்ல அதுக்காக ஓடுறான். எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு ஏன் போயிடலாம் இப்ப எல்லாருமே. லேட்டான ட்ரோன் அயன் படி வாங்குறதே கஷ்டம் ஆக்சுவலி.
Away from the ult could be pivotal. Jing ends up getting a kill.
Season look ayanla
starting to get a bit of a move on Satral's forwards as well. It's all on Jonah P. So Nate at his feet, a flash on top of it. The salvos to try and help him out. Again, comes in handy. He's laid out on top of it again. The second wave of the salvo.
கொஞ்சம் டிலே பண்றதுக்கு நல்ல ஏஜென்ட் ரெண்டும் இன்னும் இருக்கான் அங்கே.
The gun jewel's going to come down to it here and now. Across the map, kills it, collected and claims it. It does even it up into a 3v3. Armageddon plant down. Pam with the get out of the stick, and he can't escape. Goes down with the ship, but it might just be your G2 sailing into a sense.
அவ்வளவுதான் 3-0.
Something is going to have to go huge. Planet for him. A flash dodged and avoided. Jorgo puts his body on the line, but it's played perfectly. Something. You can't be doing this to them. A tap from Trent trying to pull him out.
ஓடாதடா லூசு.
But it's all gone. Something.
அதான் ஓடக்கூடாது. டச் பண்ணிட்டேன்னா நின்னுட்டே இரு, அவன் வருவான். லூசு மாதிரி ஓடி இது பண்ணு.
Isolating the fight.
God, that's incredible. His ability to.
எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு அவன் ட்ரெண்ட் ஒழுங்கா பீக் பண்ணல. இந்த பாரு அவன் இப்படி ஜோனா இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் வெயிட் பண்றான். அவன் இவனை போது பீக் பண்ணணும் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் வைடாவே.
G2 thought they were going to ascend. Got some more Kuro to play. More Kuro to play.
அதெல்லாம் அப்புறம் வாங்கிக்கலாம். இந்த மாதிரியா நல்ல மேட்ச். ரெண்டு இது போட்டு வச்சிருக்க.
What a sour feeling at the bottom of your stomach if you are G2.
I mean, those are the kind of moments that stop G2 from being able to lift a trophy in Bangkok. It's that kind of stuff.
Heroics, clutches. The mechanics on display. Quick thinking across the board for PRX here. Clear out the spots, so something again, we'll have to respect this one.
Divine was solo anchor, it could be quite a lot in these kind of moments, but he was super good at it. He was contesting space, trying to fight people as they got in.
Divine saved his wall for after the clone.
பால ட்ரிகர் பண்ணியாச்சா? ட்ரிகர் பண்ணியாச்சு.
He was catching them a lot on Lotus. Good adjustment.
Plan பண்ணாயனா வின் பண்ணுவாங்க.
He's drone. No signs of life.
ஆமா.
They'll have heard this wall go down.
Yeah, placed down again.
Nee, wall இன்னும் ட்ரிப் ஆகல.
Bait it out. Oh, you just move over it as a pack. 3, 2, 1, TP up towards
இது இருந்துச்சு.
but that flashes everything. Divide finds it in through the side. The trades on top. Jonah P still trying to play it forwards and not expecting that something could be on that corner. Lucky to be alive in a spot like this.
சரியான நார்மலான இடத்தெல்லாம் செக் பண்ணாம இருக்கிறது.
And help his team survive.
It looked for a moment like something might be denied by the Prowler in his face. But the player that's just pulled off a 1v3 gets another triple kill.
த்ரோ பண்ணிட்டானுங்க லாஸ்ட் அந்த இது ஒவ்வொரு ரவுண்டும் த்ரோ.
Fighting, scrapping, high tempo, never letting the plank go down. Flashes raining in, constant pressure, constant disruption onto G2.
காம்பு தப்பு ப்ரோ. டேஹோ வந்து சரியான த்ரோ. தேஹோல எவ்வளவு வேல்யூ கிடைச்சிச்சுன்னு எனக்கு ஒன்றும் தெரியல. எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இவன் இதுக்கு சோவா கேவோடு சோவாவையும் இதையுமே ஆடட்டும் அவங்க. அது என்ன ஃபேடு டபுள் கிளியரன்ஸ் டபுள் இது சோவா மாதிரி ஒரு கேரக்டர். சோவாவோட அல்ட்டெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணி எத்தனை தடவை பிளான்ட்டை டிலே பண்ணிருக்கலாம். ஸ்பான்ல இருந்தே பண்ணிருக்கலாம். இது ஏஜென்ட் முடிஞ்சு போயிடுச்சு. அவன் சும்மா இன்னும் அந்த ரொம்ப ஆடுனான். அதுக்காக இன்னும் அதை அவனால விட்டு வர முடியாம ஆடிட்டு இருக்கான்.
It ramps up the tension all the way if you go out here.
யாருமே எடுக்கல, அவன் மட்டும் எடுத்து வச்சிட்டு இருக்கான். வேல்யூவே கிடைக்க மாட்டேங்குது. உண்மையிலே கேஓ நல்ல ஏஜென்ட் இந்த மேப்புக்கு. இதை ஆட மாட்டாங்க இப்ப. பிரீச் சூப்பர் ஏஜென்ட். பி மெயின்ல வரும்போதே ஸ்டன் போட்டு புடிச்சிடலாம் மொத்தமா.
Bitter end. G2, they are just trying to survive in this spot here. Their minds are drifting.
அதான் அழகா செட்டப் பண்ணிடலாம்.
Here and now.
ஆமா. புஷ் பண்ணா அவ்வளவுதான்.
One more round will do him in.
அதுதான்.
Defensive play over towards A has been really nice. Jonah P's had such a great balance of playing the aggro and dropping back at the right times.
Hyper aggro stuff that. PRX.
Feels like a fake though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Two players waiting outside B. Spike starting to go in that direction. Something putting max pressure on. Drawing 3 defenders over towards the A side. And starting their bunker defensive protocols really early.
Drone to re-clear this one. Players, PRX are moving up over towards B.
அவ்வளவு வேகமா போயிட்டு ரிட்டர்ன் வந்துட்டானுங்க.
They reveal their hand. It's up to Jorgamo. Can he try and put a stop to it? King stops. Finally there, but out wide into the open. He shot
அடிச்சு தொலைடா. அடிடா அட்ரா இன்னைக்கு அட்ரா.
It's all on Leaf, on his shoulders. He's given that open avenue for just a split second, but the damage has already been done.
Literally இது பண்ணி கொடுத்துட்டான்.
PRX have been amazing winning.
வேகமா எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இந்த மேப்புக்குலாம் ஆஸ்ட்ரா தான் பெஸ்ட். இன்னும் ஒரு டீம் அது என்ன ஒரு டீம் ஆடுவாங்க ஆஸ்ட்ரா. ஆமா ப்ரோ, ஓமனோட ஆஸ்ட்ரா. அவனுங்க எதுக்குன்னா அந்த டிபி இருக்கிறதுனால அதை யூஸ் பண்றாங்க. ஆஸ்ட்ரா வச்சு நீ இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் இனிஷியேட் பண்ணலாம்.
Still a lot of util available as well. Salvo, sorry, not salvo, the stun, double flash.
Let's get past this. Just leaves it to Divido, and it is inevitable at this point. Time trickling down.
10 seconds left.
Bodies reinforcing it. G2 are not finished yet. They want to survive.
That was such a nice idea from PRX as well, actually. I love what they called there.
நல்லா ஃபுல்லா ஏ எடுத்த மாதிரி எடுத்துட்டு டக்குன்னு பியோ. அது உண்மையிலே நைஸ் தான். ஆனா இவன் இந்த தடவை நல்லா ஷாட் அடிச்சான். அதுவும் இல்லாம பிளான்ட்டே ஆக விடாம சைட்ல ஆடினான். எல்லா தடவையும் ரீடேக் ஆடினானுங்க. பிளான் நல்ல பிளான். எப்படி அவனை இது மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கான். சூப்பர் பிளேயர்டா அப்படிங்கிறான்.
Look at this clash.
Here it is. A brawl to gain the advantage. The edge onto Kuro between two of these teams have been so damn evenly matched. Paranoia. Damage being done, but it's just tickling their feet in a salvo. And the soul! Where has he found that? The timing to be taken.
இவனை விடுங்கயா. கொஞ்ச நேரம் கட் பண்ணுங்க கேம் சவுண்ட. ஒரு நிமிஷம் இருக்கியா?
Huge numbers advantage for G2.
அவனுங்களதான் சொல்றேன். என்ன பண்றானுங்க? கட் பண்ணும். இப்ப நாய்ஸ் கட் பண்ணாலே போதும். எப்படி பார்த்தியா ஸ்பான் வழியா போறானுங்க.
informational cues.
அதான் எப்படி வேணுக்குன்னு அமைதியா போறானுங்க பாரு. ஏன்னா மிடில் ஆள் இருந்தா வாய்ப்பு இருக்குன்னு சொல்லி ஸ்பான்லயே நடந்து போறானுங்க. இது ஃபுல் கால், செம்ம கால். மேப் காட்டு ப்ரோ, மினி மேப். ஓகே அவனுங்க ரீக்ளியர் பண்ணி பேக் ஸ்டாப் பண்ண போறானுங்க. ஆனா எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இவனுங்க சீக்கிரம் போறதுலதான் இல்ல, எனக்கு அவனுங்க மொத்தமா சேர்ந்து போக ட்ரை பண்ணுவானுங்க. இந்த பத்தியா 3 பேர் போயிட்டானுங்கப்பா. இப்ப இவன்ட்ட தான் இருக்கு, ஜோனா பீட்ட தான் இருக்கு.
Grouped up here, Patman and Divide trying to make the most of this situation now, but Keen's a good. It's going to be clean, and unfortunately, first one not going their way. Patman even just revealing his position, and immediately you can see the
G2 players actually வரானுங்க. அந்த ஃபிளாஷ் போட்டான்.
Really ready to trade off.
வரல பாரு, அவனுங்க வரவே இல்ல.
Gives a confirmation. One player.
சரி, கரெக்ட்டான இதுதான்.
Where Valen is, Horn even broken. Time ticking away. Trying to really ice those fights out. G2 though had it completely under their control. And once more they
இவன் எப்படி இவன் 3 கில்ல பார்க்கணும். கரெக்ட்டா மிடில்ல கரெக்ட்டான
kills.
What a triple kill from Lee.
The low sense தான் bro.
In the back of something's mind he's thinking there's a little timing through mid here. But he's a tad late to it and leaves strikes.
கடைசில அவன் டாப் ஃபிராக் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டான்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இல்ல 22
players absolutely cooking for G2, keeping their team in things.
எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இந்த ரவுண்ட் ஏ ஃபுல் எக்ஸிக்யூட் பண்ணிடுவானுங்க.
Defensive Odin here.
Potential for a bit of counter spam. Doing it.
Odin எங்க
sweeps on either side. Handshake at a Utah, but as soon as Jonah P reveals a fire, it could be going straight back at him. As a drag fight has been taken. Set up for success there with a fight potentially, but now it's all gone a little bit wrong here for PRX.
It's such a nice anti because Jonah's been tanking the Haunt on the site, but Jing just went too early.
Strong clearance through and off to the side as well.
முடிஞ்சிச்சு.
The trade is just not in sight.
முடிஞ்சு.
We should be going to ascend. This is just a bloodbath and a blender that these players are pulled into. Forsaken.
பாத்தியா இவன் அடிப்பாயா?
Spike in his hands. The players rapidly approaching.
Respect கொடுப்பாங்க.
Pull the magic out.
Respect கொடுப்பாங்க. Respect கொடுக்குறாங்க பாரு. அவ்வளவுதான்.
Collect the kills. It's all Valen though. Puts him in the grave. And sends us all the way to ascend on 3. Could we have it any other way between these two teams? They have
yes, the matchupலலாம் கஷ்டம்னா 5-10 பிளேயர்ஸ்மே சூப்பர் பிளேயர்ஸ் ஆனால.
Even match points for PRX. Center white.
யாரு பாரு, கொஞ்சம் பின்னாடி வந்து பாரு. வேலைன்னா அதிகமா அசிஸ்ட் வச்சிருந்தா.
Skincare routine, let's go. Nice points. I'm sorry, Nate.
Skincare routine, man.
I'm sorry, Nate. I took all the bullets for you. Nice. Let's go. Hey, Trey, you don't get the freebies, but you get the impact. I get the random.
ரெண்டு பேருமே ஒண்ணா
Trey would have died.
ஈக்குவலான ஏங்கப்பா, அது எவ்வளவு கஷ்டம். சச் வைப் டீம் ஆனா. சரி, இப்போ அடுத்த மேட்ச் ஆரம்பிக்கிற வரைக்கும் இது பார்த்துட்டு இருக்க போறேன். இப்பதான் உருப்படியா ஆடுதுங்க லேடிஸ். இப்பதான் உருப்படியா ஆடுதுங்க. கேம் சேஞ்சர்ஸ். அதான் இல்லையா,
全世界都会知道我们的厉害。
இதுல சரியான ஏமாத்தி இவ்வளவு நாள். தேர்ட் மேப்னு போடுயா அப்படின்னா தெரியும். ஆஞ்சலா ஆடுறானுங்க ப்ரோ. ஏன் தேர்ட் மேப்பா? யார் அட்டாக் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டிஃபென்ஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட்னு பாரு. இல்ல ப்ரோ, இது நீ யூடியூபுக்கு போய் மேப்போட ஸ்டார்ட், இதே ஸ்ட்ரீமோட மேட்சோட ஸ்டார்ட்ல 3 மேப் பிக்ஸும் என்னன்னு பாரு. அதுல வந்து எது அட்டாக் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எது டிஃபென்ஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட்னு காட்டும் யூடியூப்ல. அதை பார்த்தா தெரிஞ்சிடும் நம்மளுக்கு. அசென்ட்னாலே யார் அட்டாக் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எடுக்கிறாங்களோ அவங்களுக்கு தான் ஜாஸ்தி ஜெயிக்கிறது. இது வந்து காலகாலமா இருக்கிறது. எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு அது மொத்தமா ஒரு சீரீஸே ஸ்பாயில் பண்ணிடுவீங்க. இப்போ எவ்வளவு க்ளோஸா இருக்கு, ஆனா அது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எந்த சைடுக்கு டிஃபென்ஸ் கிடைக்குதோ அதுக்கு ரொம்ப அன்ஃபேர் அட்வான்டேஜ். 10 ரவுண்ட் எடுத்தாங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, தெரிஞ்ச அசென்ட்லாம் முடிஞ்சிச்சு. 10 9
அசென்ட் வந்து
டிஃபென்ஸ்
PRX
யாருக்கு? PRXக்கா? அப்போ PRX ஜெயிக்க வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு.
அலெக்ஸ்
ஆனா PRX வந்து
6 ரவுண்டுக்கு முன்னாடி கோவப்பட்டு இது பண்ணுவானான்னு கேட்கிறேன்.
அதெல்லாம் இப்ப அவன் கோவமே படுறது இல்ல. அவன் தோத்தா கூட கோவப்பட மாட்டான் இப்பெல்லாம்.
இது ஒண்ணு மட்டும் இல்லையா?
என்னது?
பிளேயர் மேப் மோஸ்ட் மேப்ல யார்
சம்திங் தான் எடுப்பான். ஏன்னா அவன் வந்து வாப்பு நல்லா பண்ணுவான் டிஃபென்ஸ்ல. அதுவும் இல்லாம அவன் தான் ஜெட் ஆடுவான். ஆமா, ஜெட்டு ஆஃப் பண்றதுக்கு ஜெட்டு, டிஃபென்ஸ் வேற ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கிடைக்குது. அவனுக்கு தான் ஃபுல் அட்வான்டேஜ் எல்லாம். ஆனா நான் நினைக்கிறேன் சில நேரம் இவன் லீஃப் வந்து இது ஆடினான்னு வச்சுக்கோ, சாம்பர் ஆடினான்னு வச்சுக்கோ, அடிச்சிருவான். வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு அதுக்கும்.
Kind of what we expected for today, but those last rounds, Leaf completely came alive into the overtime, granting it to a certain extent the victory for
ஆமா அப்படிதான் நினைக்கிறேன்.
PRX, even something getting to overtime.
நான் வந்து அது என்ன லீஃபோட சாம்பர் அண்டர் எஸ்டிமேட் பண்றேன். பிக்குக்கு அப்புறம் பாரு, பிக்குக்கு அப்புறம்
And we do not know this is the we made a plan that actually worked, and it was actually after this that Trent got a brilliant play, and he just decided that I think it's the eco that they win after this.
Yes.
That Trent got, and obviously started the rolling for them. But I think that we got a little bit of the same that we saw on map 1.
Yeah.
But G2 actually learning from some of these mistakes. There were so many rounds that were an absolute mayhem.
Yeah, and you can see it in that track too, right? Even though they were able to pick up that first round, he got 3 immediately for G2 in that situation in the second half. And then from there, they just continued to add on to it. But you did have PRX really inching their way back into this game, which is why we ended up going to that OT. But one of the players, though, that you got to highlight is Jonah P.
I mean, absolutely. He was pushing from the defense, getting the picks with so many G2 had to play with. It was actually him. He participated in 9 of the opening fights just on the defense, just from the defense. This man with all the flanking coming from PRX, it doesn't matter if it's something, if it's Sorcekian.
இன்னைக்கு எய்ம் வந்து ஜோனா பி தான் செம்மையா வச்சிருக்கான். 2 மேப்பா ஒவ்வொருத்தனும் ஒவ்வொரு மேப் ஆடினானுங்க. ஆனா இவன் தான் 2 மேப்பும் கன்சிஸ்டன்டா
Pansy was in the back. We were talking about the teams and stuff, and she was like, Jonah P. What more can you say about him, right? The guy is just it's like her secret weapon for the team, and he always has been. The professor always finds his mark, and Jonah P. just continues to just impress.
But it is easy for a player in his
ஒரு ரவுண்டுக்கு 1.5 பேரை கொண்டிருக்கான்.
his utility. We see the prowlers.
J3 live. The Sandeep என்னன்னா
from both of the teams, we see the effect that he keeps having on every game, playing the Odin, doing all the disgusting things and playing it to perfection.
Well, look, G2, right, they're feeling good. They picked up a massive win, but we want to know what's going on in the G2 camp. What's going on with the comms? We got Mimi standing by.
வேணாமா வச்சு ஆடுறான் பாரு, போட்டு தள்ளுறாங்க ரைவல்ஸ்ல.
And it's always an affair when you're playing against this PRX team. They are so tough to deal with. They're always trying to dictate the pace, and the thing that stuck with me the most was the demeanor for G2. This is a team that, despite how fast PaperX wants to play, they were always trying to slow things down and keep the comms very calm and intentional. And I think they really achieved that goal. When you listen to this team play, you can see the experience both individually and as a squad. They do a great job at, well, having clear ideas within the chaos, using
Razer தான் கம்ஃபர்ட்டபிளா இருக்கும். நீ என்ன வீட்ல நீ என்ன போட்டு விளையாடுற?
under that high pressure situation.
அப்ப Razer தான் கம்ஃபர்ட்டபிளா.
The player up situations. It was 2-5-on-3.
Professional தான்.
That G2 lost to let that first map slip.
அதான் அது comfortable best அது.
At keeping that under control. I want to specifically applaud Leaf, who is having a
ஏன்னா இப்போ ஃபுட்பால் பிளேயர்ஸ் ட்ரவுசர் போட்டு தானே ஆடுறாங்க. அத மாதிரி தான் இது ஒரு ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் நினைக்கிறேன்.
Trying to do and helping to relay that to the team. It was a great start for G2. They put it to map 3, but PaperX, always a tough team to put down. We'll see who can finish this one off when we head to that map 3 and when you check back in with the analysts.
There was something very important that Mimi was saying, and she was speaking about Leaf. I love the fact that he is playing on B, especially when you're playing against a double duelist, because he can actually use his molly and has easier fights for him. So he's even in the small adaptation. But Alex, we've had 13-11, 15-13, and now we're going on to the last map. We have not seen G2 play it in the tournament just yet,
but a sense the bread and butter map. You know, it's the bread and butter map. It's the map that everyone knows.
But their defense is bread and butter.
I'm always down for some team
yeah.
Our chamber,
I wouldn't be mad about that. I think that
chamber
would be kind of cool, you know, especially considering that, you know, we have seen Chambers.
ஆனா இவனுங்க காம்ப் நல்லா இருக்காது. அது PaperX காம்ப். சேஜ் வைப்பர்லாம் ஆடுவாங்க.
Right? They have run that before. That is the thing that G2 likes to run. I know Baby Bay was the one running it for them prior, but then
ஆடல போல இந்த தடவை இங்க ஆடுவாங்க.
I was getting more excited for this one.
I mean, look, I love Dre to death. That's my boy. But if I see Dre walk up on that stage,
வைப்பர் ஆடுவாங்க. நீ பானா போய் எடுத்து பாரு அவங்களோட previous season. இந்த பாத்தன சொன்னனா chamber.
Right about the chamber. We got that on the other side for PaperX. So we got that Sage.
எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச அவனுக்கு kill attack firstங்கறனால தான் கொஞ்சம் வாய்ப்பு கம்மி. Something யோர்வா.
Probably we're thinking more in the hands of Davai, but I want to see him shine. I think that in the first map he was one of the
literally ஒரே ஒன்னு தான் வித்தியாசம். Leaf அதன chamberக்கு பதிலா Sage இருக்கு அவ்வளவுதான்.
I mean, he definitely knows how to drone. I'm going to be paying attention to the rest of the lineups, though.
A lot of control on that PaperX side, right?
I think you guys are going to lose it.
You got that Sage to lock down sites. You have that Vice to lock down sites. Curious to see, though, how G2 break through this and, you know, try and, you know, play to those advantages while keeping the comms calm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I want to try to, I want to see a G2 that is still going for those kind of plays. I think that Joe has been excellent throughout the tournament. Here again, he just needs to triple down on it.
All right, folks, let's go ahead and send it back to your casters. Let's get map 3 underway. Here's Brennan Sideshow.
Could we have it any other way between these two teams? Map 3 is it's double Sentinel versus double Sentinel. You're seeing a lot of head-to-heads being made manifest here. The Duelist is something and Jorgamo going to be battling in that Yoru head-to-head. And you've also got their own little twists, I suppose, as well on the double Sentinel comps that are being played. Leaf on the chamber. Can he have that continuation of form from that last map where he was such a heavy hitter?
He's been outrageous in terms of their opening kills as well. He's 9-1 in the match so far in terms of first kill to first death. So Leaf is absolutely someone to keep your eye on. PaperX, though, with this composition, they struggle on the attack side. They need to put together an incredible defense, which means pistol rounds like this, mighty important.
They've got an idea for it. A lot of players looking down mid as well for that peak. Expecting Leaf to be down there, but he's also done the damage just before he's gone down.
Technically another opening kill.
Exchange on either side. You can immediately see PaperX are able to reinforce up most of the B site. Slow going for G2. They don't want to rush into anything.
You've got the wall placed down over here as well towards Catwalk, so it's going to stop any potential pivot. You know, you cancel a B hit. Normally you want to go up through something like Catwalk. Well, that's not really available to you, at least for the next 30 seconds. And Leaf was the player controlling over towards A main, so you've got to be slightly concerned that some nutcase on PaperX could have got walkabouts in A main, because they're the kind of team that does that.
Could be the case. They're also going to be walking straight into Thorns laid down early. Jing with 2 slows.
Absolutely. It's about whether or not he can get them off in time, though. G2 could push him. Force him to keep his gun out.
Yeah. One layer of it now. TP into the back. One's in Jenny.
He's done a good job at slowing them down. Look how fast Forsaken's coming.
Jump with a tag. He knows he's there.
30 seconds left.
Dogamo tight to the corner here. Actually, a bit of awareness. Just going to miss just for Jing in that. Still players are starting to look to see if they can float all the way back in with that frenzy. How the hell does Dogamo get this value?
He's so good with it.
Too controlled, man. Something of Forsaken now, having to get it done. Sheriff in the mid. Something already going to be picking off Jorgamo. He's gone in a 2v2. Anyone's game now at this point here. There's potentially an end. The PaperX have earned themselves. We'll find out. We can see how it gets going. A lot of damage being done. That is so precise in terms of the shots. And Trent has to reveal his position. The dart drifting overhead here. Something still delivering these shots. My God, what a monster he is.
Untouchable on pistol rounds, it feels like. Delivers 4, and that's another 4v5 round to add. Now this one, maybe a bit fraudulent in terms of the 4v5s, because they were only 4v5 for about a fraction of a second.
Vice Yoru.
Leaf immediately comps that out, but it's something's incredible. Aim with the Ghost. To be able to carry them through. And they've been averaging like 30% of their 4v5 wins across this match so far. It didn't really slow down that much on Corrode. It's a big
one-side
struggled a little bit with this composition.
Keep an eye as well on the angle that Leaf loves to play. Very aware.
Same spot he swung from in round 1.
Yeah. It's going to be the one controlling A main early, so a bit anticipated and already going for the quick cleanup over towards B main, ensuring that there's no players who can slip past that one still. Nasty shot by Jonas in return. That's something was expecting a different angle. Something like just looking to do damage.
Something goes down 1 point away from getting his ult online. I'll make it slightly easier to deal with PaperX maybe in round 3. But the net is tightening here onto Jonah P. And Trent.
Yeah.
And PaperX deal with them fairly easily. PaperX have so many tools to be able to work with.
Pistol round throw pantana.
For whatever reason, they haven't looked perfect with it in the times that we've seen them running this core. Great defense half. That'll change the narrative on Ascent quite a lot. Normally the way that G2 like to play, though, is that they get Leaf onto deep angles over towards, you know, fighting B main or fighting Catwalk, fighting Market. These 3 areas of the map are crucial. They also like attack opping with Leaf and Baby Bay quite a lot.
Well, a lot of early util denied on the side of G2, but the drone wasn't. So, see, Leaf has managed to slip himself into a more forward approach. Clone eats a bullet.
Good protocol for taking a bit of cat control there without a smoke. Actually getting deep onto this line. And they've set Leaf up to take a fight over towards, you know, deep spawn Market, something like that.
It's all the way in. Very wide face. Good adjustment by Chor, but he oversteps himself. Jing was going to be... Awareness there from Patman. Still watching that angle, but Jonah P has found it. Targets are toppling, and now Devi is going to be the one under that pressure. Hold them back now, just with that stinger. Seen out, but as he's placing the util, that's a pretty poor timing to be taking. Leaf running a mockery over him right now. They seems to be aware of the fact Jing does return that fire, but he's got the rifle and he's looking to get out.
They don't need to save this rifle. Jing looking like he doesn't want to take the 1v3. Just playing his life in this kind of spot. So a round expected for G2 to be able to take this one. One of the easier ones that they'll have in this attack side when the economy is slightly weaker for PaperX. Wasn't massively weaker though, and G2 did exploit a lot of gaps here. You know, the pathing when you look for Leaf, he takes a drone down mid and then he's walking all the way around into spawn and then through into the B site. That's potentially something that Patman will look to plug up. Patman actually went forwards into B main looking to try to take the fight into Jonah P instead of covering that mid gap. And so I think it's, when I've been watching PaperX, it's more those kind of things, the macro game, leaving holes in spots.
Yeah.
Best teams in the world on Ascent are super tight and disciplined with all of those timings. It's not a map, I think, that PaperX have historically enjoyed playing that much. They used to run like Harbor Rainer here and stuff.
They've had many of them on this
just
map.
to throw crazy curveballs. They probably played the most comps on a center of any team ever.
That's true. Yeah, it's made them enjoyable to watch for sure.
Something has an operator and an ult, so they can play for a bit of a retake setup and get him posted on aggressive lines. He's looking for Leaf at top mid, but the rest of G2 in A main.
Flash in your face alongside the dart. It's not broken in time, so it gets a clearance into A main. Smokes though, layered on top of one another. Bit of presence now backing away. Something has been using his ult for more just mid-round information. Especially on the slower attacks. Same as Gate Crash. Not too worried.
Butterfly knife கொடுத்திருக்க கூடாது. எத்தனை knife type இருக்கு.
He's going peeking past mid.
He gets smoked off and he just walks in front of it.
Doesn't care.
PaperX things. And now he's got the feeling that they're not actually taking mid, so he's looking to punish where else they could be.
Trent jump spotting, but timing just goes a little bit wrong. That's a shot to the knee.
Through the wall.
Through the wall.
And probably to the knee.
51 health is what Trent's working with here. Trying to put together a picture of where G2 are trying to end. And Leaf is there. He answers back. Damage was done. Potentially just a half armor, but something is punished nevertheless. So we're going to be sending it forwards now, flying without Dimensional Drift to try and clear up most of this one. Does spot Divide through the back. Pings across the board here. Wall's going to be tripped out. Jorgamo. Looking to contest here. Tangle with Divide. 1v1 onto the side, that could mean absolutely everything. Still, they haven't dealt with him, and he is drifting in. They're only taking this fight together. Divide, a chance. That's all it will remain as well. He's going to be sent straight back.
நான் சொன்னேனா லீஃப் இல்ல எடுப்பான்னு. ஹலோ பாய் பாத்துட்டு இருக்கியா?
1v4.
This is one of those classic examples of a great round put together on the attack side by G2. I mean, their game plan with this composition has been better than any other team. The way that they escort their chamber player, whether it's Paperbay or Leaf, onto such good positions.
அதான் பேபி சொன்னா பேபி பேவும் நல்லா பேபி பே
I think especially against a team that loves to
நார்த் அமெரிக்காலே செகண்ட் பெஸ்ட் பிளேயரா இருந்தான் அவன்தான். அவன் லிட்டரலி ஒரு கேஸ்டர் அப்படி கொண்டு வரணும்னா அவனுங்க அந்த அளவுக்கு சேம்பருக்கு சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுவானுங்க.
Forsaken keeps his gun. It's going to be helpful because the economy is not in a good spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a team that loves to go for a swing. And if you're facing into Leaf's op or his outlaw wherever you go, you're going to have a really bad time of things.
No.
And he's fast enough to get set up right before something goes for it. And there's only a fraction of a moment there. Yoro ult, and then the patience to just control the site and keep Divide locked into the back boathouse.
Time out here for PaperX. Adjustments to be made. I mean, listen, it's 2-2 for now, but that's off the back of the pistol round win, the follow-up. For now, G2, when you think of them as a team as well stylistically, I would always say that G2 is kind of favourite play style. Into double Sentinel, you always want to be playing slow, controlled, working the map, trying to pull the util out. That is the bread and butter of G2. It's where they thrive.
சென்டினல்ஸ் அது என்ன பிரீச்சையும் யோருவையும் வச்சு அவ்வளவு நல்லா ஆடிட்டு இருந்தானுங்களே ஃபர்ஸ்ட் மேட்ச். அது என்ன ஃபர்ஸ்ட் மாஸ்டர்ஸ்ல. அதுக்கப்புறம் அதை எதுக்கு விட்டானுங்க? அவன் அல்டிமேட்டே இப்ப போடுற மாதிரி தெரியல. பணம் இருக்கு. அடுத்த அல்டிமேட்ல எவ்வளவு கில் எடுப்பான்? அதான் அடுத்த அல்டிமேட்ல எடுப்பான்னு தெரியல. நீயும் போடு, எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு நிறையாவும் எடுக்க வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. போடும்.
Certainly, if we do see a rematch between these two teams later on in the tournament, this is one area that
எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு ஆல்ரெடியே சூப்பரா ஆடிட்டு இருக்கானுங்க டிஃபென்ஸ் அட்டாக்ல.
With me having said that, maybe PaperX come out with a win in the end anyway. But at the moment, this defense half not looking too great, and it only takes a few on the attack side to feel like you're in a dire spot defending on a set.
Big flash forward as the play again, trying to take this one with a lot of confidence, but in terms of follow-up, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's a Forsaken difference.
Okay, but that is one of the only 2 rifles that they had in that round, and that's fairly unrecoverable.
ரைஃபிள் போய் கொடுத்துட்டான். என்னையா பண்ணா? அடிக்கல.
Yeah, still alive. Quick reactions as well, just to peel himself back. That much being done. Stray shots as well, just in case there's that util forwards. This wall difficult to deal with.
That teleport all the way right behind Divide. I think he'll have heard it.
Here.
Jorg coordinating a play.
Nice gearing up on PaperX's side as well, looking to see if they can take a bit of a fight, but that's a triple face over wall, onto the wall, it's going to be triggered, still blinded up, that's a near side onto either side, drop it down, bit of a half clearance, but still lead, just to manage in time, G2.
Here.
Crack up on that side. Jigginson going to make a play for it, still Leaf has got this one, logged, what a shot! Jump spot and jump peek, but with just the Bulldog. The best
save பண்ணலாம் என்ன கேட்டா வாங்க முடியாது.
I'm able to give himself something a little bit better, but Jorg
கரெக்ட்டா அவனும் அதை ரீட் பண்ணான் பார்.
Had Dubai had a rifle in that spot, maybe we'd be looking at a different round. But
அவனுக்கு திரும்ப கட்சி. எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இது ரெண்டுமே பெரிய விஷயம்.
They look to try to fight.
அவன எடுக்க கூடாதுதான் அவன திரும்ப எடுத்தது.
They try to force a fight over towards A main gelato area. Leaf TPs away. And that just leaves them with their passive bunker set up on B.
Fnatic சொல்லி கொடுத்த காம்ப் தான் இது. Chamber வச்சாது.
I'm gonna get in there.
All right, obvious now. Not necessarily looking at it.
6 kill something, 6 kill Leaf.
Wine to clear.
TP into Wine. Double face, that's
a quick no punish.
Even with the punish onto the main player. 1-2 combo.
That should be the round. G2 are going to slow it down because they know the PaperX love to flood in, but the drone is going to give them info that the site is theirs to take. And a 5v3, they had cleaned up quite a lot of those, even though I was saying they were losing advantage spots. G2 were great when they had this level of advantage on Corrode.
Immediately going for the save as well. They don't want to play towards it. Already 2 players down, they've got an operator in the hands of something. It's not the right weapon for the job.
எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இவனுக்கு அது என்ன ஆப்பே யூஸ் பண்ண தேவையே படாது. அல்ட் ஆப் அவ்வளோ பணம் வந்துச்சு.
Again, PaperX are the ones that try to increase tempo. G2 are the ones punishing. And that has been this map so far.
Yeah.
I think you could model the whole match by how much G2 are able to punish. At the start on Lotus, G2 had to increase tempo. They had to play as fast as PaperX in order to just keep up. Then Corrode, they start to slow the game down a little bit more, and they get rewarded for it. And here they're slowing the game down massively, and it looks like PaperX are really struggling. The maps themselves are just getting slower as we go through the series.
தெரிஞ்சு இந்த மேப்ல தோத்துட்டாங்கன்னா அதுக்கு அடுத்து Fnaticோ DRXோ வரும்.
Looking to try to set up a double swing off the back of space that in theory the slow should have controlled for them. But Leaf has egoed it. And Jorg has as well, just tucking in onto that angle to punish Jing. Great shots hit by both of them as well, to credit the G2 players, but they're anticipating that refight from PaperX and getting onto good lines early. It's all about that. This whole comp, the way that G2 play it, is about getting posted on good angles before your opponents.
Something still with that operator. Jutting smoke down, it's going to be layered down by G2. Something tries to take a timing as well. Instinct perhaps, but he could be lucky here.
No, the original.
Clone going to be broken.
It's a switch up for PaperX. Normally they've been playing passive it and leaving A to Forsaken, who's been a nightmare to get past, even on Corrode, both maps. It's been so tough.
Diligence is there for G2 always. Unbroken nice and early. Forsaken with a deeper smoke. He's not got another one for 15 seconds.
But he knows that G2 are not going to be scaling quickly. This comp does not take space super fast.
Hunter's Fury potentially there. You see with a steel gun.
Check பண்ண மாட்டானுங்க போல லூசுங்க.
There isn't a wine.
They're not thinking about it.
Forsaken, he's here. Drifted into the spot, his gun's going to be coming back any moment now, and that's the time to strike. It's Nye. He's going to jump on the chance to pounce. Potentially do some damage to help his team out. The flood attempt in from PaperX, all at the back of the IGL. Valen's going to try and do all he can to survive in a spot like that. But what a play to make.
Normal check.
Slightest gap in discipline.
And what an adjustment as well from PaperX to play B aggro and then have Forsaken. Probably your best player on the defense side. Just leave him all the responsibility in terms of creating a tangled web on A to deal with.
One enemy.
G2 G2 want to take that time in for the exec. They really did have no awareness that he might reposition his line, but that's exactly the kind of thing that Forsaken's going to do.
Yeah.
They've actually been very good at staying aware of those kind of plays over the course of this match, but this time not quite feeling it. Same defensive setup again here for PRX.
Ultல எத்தனை கில் எடுக்க போறான்னு பா.
Force in the hands of Leaf as well, so he's going to be
5800 வச்சிட்டு
massive on both edges of the map, but taking space in middle, G2.
Doubled up. Crossfire setup smoke though disrupts this to a degree. PRX holding a bit further back. The drone saved for just this occasion, so it's going to be used to try and get a bit of that mid-round information, but it's broken by Jorg.
If the drone hadn't been broken, I think Divine would have gone for a little peek there.
Something still holding his nerve. Holding the ground down towards B. It's going to come down to sharpshooting, I think, as well. See which player can put them into the dust soon enough. That is a shot, and what is that? The coverage from Dubai is not quite there. Jogamo had that one entirely covered on that one angle, and something now feeling the heat and that pressure. Res up in through mid. Pace has been turned up to a degree. PRX looking to control this one back down again.
And that's a huge ultimate that they just brought back into play.
30 seconds
G2 going to have to slow things down here, otherwise they're running in with pistols.
Yeah.
It's going to be really tough here.
No time at all. I mean, it's a deep TP by Valen, but he's into wine. He's looking to get punished. Forsaken still holding it down. War's going to be going down momentarily, especially when they're knocking at the door and trying to break it down themselves. Leave. All sorts of damage being done, but it's A. That's the problem. Forsaken needs to be dealt with. And this guy is a nuisance. He's in the goddamn walls, but time barely bought.
How they won this round? It's absolutely insane.
All the way down to the wire.
அதான் கன்ஃபியூஸ் பண்ணி லீஃப் செம்ம.
So despite
3 kills சொன்னியா 2 kills சொன்னியா?
No reinforcements.
2 kill போட்டான்.
They cut off that supply line so well. And operating within the chaos, because that B split had no hope of success. And to be honest, I thought the scramble over towards A had minimal chances too.
Forsaken definitely could have been playing spoiler towards it.
Forsaken instantly caught Valen, and then knows that the others have to be coming through a sage wall. He's set up for one of his incredible solo rounds again.
வைன்ஸ்க்குலாம் டிபியே பண்ண கூடாது. பண்ணனா heaven அதனா ராஃப்டருக்கு தான் பண்ணணும். மொத்தமா ஒரு கிளியர் பண்ணலாம்.
I did say that Leaf might just dominate this game on the attack side.
நான் சொன்னேனா இல்ல லீஃப் டாமினேட் பண்ணுவாங்க.
I feel like
அவரும் அததான் சொல்றாரு. அவன் தான் அதிகமா கில் எடுப்பான் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச மேப். 3 எடுத்துட்டான்.
Trying to take a fight against him.
I do think that macro-wise, PRX had a nice read there, but they just
10 kill போயிட்டான். something 7 kill தான் இருக்கான்.
Go and help Forsaken. They're still going to have a buy, but this
சொன்னனா இல்ல.
They lose this down to
defense-லயே எடுக்கலனா எப்படி ஆப்
it's starting to look really bad for PRX.
ஆமா 5 ரவுண்ட்ல ரொம்ப ஜாஸ்தி.
Toronto might be cast to the lower bracket.
என்ன பண்றான்? அடப்பாவீங்களா?
But somebody's going to be trying to pull his own weight. Quick kill there onto Trent. Operator revealed as well, but G2 they don't care about it. They're going to be taking the fight straight to them anyway. Creeping all the way up to the line. Divide trying to really see if he can put the hurt onto them again. But that is an instant trade once more. G2, you're playing into their wheelhouse. But this is a round that PRX, they don't want to give up. So Dimensional Drift is going to be used again to set it forward. Oh my god, man! He's everywhere!
He can do no wrong.
எத்தனை கில் எடுத்தான் பாரு அவன் அதுக்குள்ள.
PRX on the shoulders of Something and Jing. Creeping away past here.
அவன் முடிய பார்க்கல.
Attempt to try and break it. Leaf still wins that out.
ஓடு எஸ் ஓடிட்டான்.
It's criminal. And Something is scurrying away to try and grenade that ace.
They tried to trap him in hell. Try to deal with the others.
Broke his way out.
இவன் தான் டாமினேட் பண்ண போறான். சேம்பர் மாத்தியா சம்திங் வெட்டாதயார்
We're going to be denied the ace here, but Leaf has essentially done it again.
It's round after round.
கிளம்பி ஃபுல்லா இது பண்ணிட்டான். அட்டாக்ல டிஃபென்ஸ்ல இன்னும் மோசமா இருக்கும். சேம்பர் ஆடுறது.
PRX left A main completely open. This time Forsaken decided.
ரெண்டாவது டைம் அவுட் எடுத்துறாருன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
In a 4v5, Forsaken starts to be worried about it. Throws a smoke and G2 find a timing. Leaf leaves a trip and a player gets slowed down, so he gets a kill off the back of it.
Yeah.
14 kills across 9 rounds. And now the anger's starting to come out. Now the frustration starts to build.
I mean, he is.
Tilt ஆவிடுவாங்க இவனுங்க
5 for Leaf right now.
Tilt ஆக மாட்டானுங்க அவங்க tilt ஆயிடுவாங்க.
We've only played 10 rounds of Ascent so far.
14 and 5 on attack side.
Yeah, 9 rounds, I should say. We're on the 10th now.
Attack side
He's averaging 1.5 kills every single round. It's like, I mean, not quite.
That's crazy.
You know, he's up there though.
Pretty close.
He's getting
Thanos.
No, in terms of individual performance.
Thanosனா பாதி பேரை அழிக்கணும் 2.5 kills
today. And I think you could say he's slowly even been getting better from map to map to map.
Yeah. I mean, this map, he looks instinctual. Like he knows where the players are through the walls. He's expecting fights on certain timings.
அதான் வாலாக் போட்ட மாதிரி எல்லாரும் போட்டு
these PaperX players to make more bold, aggressive plays. And that invites more opportunity for mistakes.
Yeah.
Batman kill எடுக்கலையாக்கும்.
What's got it done in the past, especially those first 2 maps. Big heroics from PaperX. They need a step up now. Bit of a weaker buy here for PaperX, so willing to take more risks with it. And hello, I've seen this one before. Missed one way, playing inside with the
one way missed மாதிரி காட்டுறது.
Well. They do like to run that one aggro. Something's holding really close to this with an operator on the other side.
This angle not ideal as well, especially when players are lying in where you can't hit the adjustment.
எப்படி pick பாரு ஒண்ணா pick காலி
These players down by the bullets. They're doing the job anyway. Blind is everything. And it's just a game of just hunting.
அவனை இதுல பார்த்து அவனை மேப்ல மினி மேப்ல பாஸ் ஸ்மோக்லயே அடிக்குறான் அவன்.
Especially with this double sentinel comp, you are right in the wheelhouse.
ஆமா அதுதான் உண்மை.
It's going to take timings like this, little plays to be made. But individuality can only do so much against this war machine that is G2.
They are
war machine
in control right now.
In control.
All the way up to the danger areas. They're recognizing exactly where the danger is.
இந்த மாதிரி ப்ளே பண்ணுங்க ஆசன்ட்ல எப்படி பாரு எல்லாருமே இதுதான் ஒருத்தன் தான் வரான் பாரு மெயின்ல இருந்து மெயின்ல இருந்து ஸ்மோக் பிளேயர் மட்டும் தான் வரான் அவன் எப்ப வரான் ஃபுல் லேட்டா வரான் அவங்க டீமே மொத்தமா எடுத்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் தான்
I need one.
Trent is
ஒரு கில்
Not that it matters when you're winning, but yeah.
Like you were saying earlier, I just don't get the freebies.
Full leaf.
Yeah, it's tough to get kills when one guy's hoovering them all up on the other side of the map.
Yeah, in his own words, playing with Thanos, so...
Yeah.
First map and the WIFI pallati nothing match
into this one. They have ults on top of it. One away from Patman's ult of the Hunter's Fury.
They need heroics to stop themselves from going down into the lower bracket. We're only in round 11 and I'm already thinking that they're in desperate territory.
Lower bracket.
Flash, recon.
Yeah, down on top of it. That's going to be
lower bracket.
Again, the comp doesn't really suit it. You can't jump on the chance. Fades away.
And now you've been baited into forward position.
Double bait and switch here. That's good damage done though. Forsaken is going to be spamming. Roar into it. A dimensional drift to try and clear most of that corner out. Jing is forward again. Trying to take that fight. You can hear the sound cues. Jonah P is just waiting in thick water. Forsaken's still going to be the one to put the bullet to the dome.
And
finally a player advantage.
And something fast on the flank. You can play retake in this spot, but Trent's already the playmaker.
Trent trying to slip the net. There's one! Oh my god! Flying out with the bullets on either side. Forsaken finds it. Oh, cancelled out. Goes out here. Trying to sow chaos again once more, but something onto the flank again could just be in the coffin they needed for a round like this. Juggernaut not anticipating it whatsoever. And it's all down to Valen. It's a 1v3. Positions here is playing way out into the open, but the bait and switch is perfect from PaperX. Exactly.
4-7.
Yeah, fast push on the opposite side of the map.
செத்து விட்டது இவர்களுக்கு இந்த மேப்ல 7 ரவுண்ட்ல அட்டாக்ல குடிக்கவே இல்ல.
Didn't end up being a massive difference maker. Over there. Trent trying his best to try to make the play. PaperX need every round they can though. Got to clean up this one as well. Get it to a 7-5 half and you might have a hope. Alex. Anxious, stressed.
Yeah. Both of these teams know the win cons as well. This double sentinel comp, when you lose this many rounds on defense, it doesn't bode well. PRX though cannot afford to be disheartened.
Up the op battle over here towards B main. What util does each team use?
Wow, it just comes down to it. Doesn't go down. Wait, I should say something still steps up.
Crazy repeat from something. Trying to be on the angle earlier, but it doesn't matter.
Fine, taken forwards, and sometimes that's what's needed. A bit of disrespect. Real big answer back here for PRX to find it. Deep jutting smoke on the attack side here for G2. Face like they could be pushing past it. Disrupts the crossfire setup that they had going on. PRX might find themselves in a bit of a tricky spot here. Comes to Fury, trying to pave a way forwards again. That TP is going to be cut into the corner, dodging, juking, maybe even in the midst of all of that. Yes, damage is being done. It's claimed it goes on either side. Patman finally lets loose of one of his own. Themselves into.
Flash available for Jorgamo.
It's a plant
Recon combo should be quite nice, but PRX forced to use it early.
Paranoia sidestepped, but it's a smoked off position. Forsaken gives away his life.
This is too fun.
Your options even more limited. Revealed over and over and over again. Damage through the walls. Led to death. 1,000 cuts here. You might have that heal in the back pocket. But it's a chokehold setup currently going on. It's going to take just raw individualism. Heroics from either side. It's all G2 though. A red feed that's filled up in their name. 8-4 is the half. An attack side that you can be proud of if you're G2.
Excellent game plan. Really nice calling from Valin. Putting Leaf in a position to win. And my God, did he deliver. 17-7 to every shot felt like it landed with the operator. Such a beast of a player. And that's with PRX winning pistol.
They're going to have to drag it back one round at a time if you PRX.
They need insane heroics to come back into this one. And an attack side that goes bonkers.
Absolutely. For now, though, we're going to set it down to the floor. Lou is standing by with some very special guests.
And the G2 boys also have their fans here in Paris. Je suis fan G2, no good name. And Cedric, first of all, the jerseys suit you very well, boys. The first question I wanted to ask you is, we've seen the boys putting up quite a show, right, on stage, waving, celebrating, flaming a little bit. So I wanted to know how you enjoy this as a fan. Donc on les voit un petit peu, les joueurs de G2 se lever, trash, célébrer, tout ça. Comment est-ce que ça rend l'expérience de fan encore meilleure pour toi?
Alors, tout simplement, c'est G2, c'est la mentalité
de G2 est une French organisation.
G2 est dans son âge d'or, in the golden era.
Okay, I think that's pretty solid answer. Indeed, it's G2, it's the G2 mentality, so I think we shouldn't act surprised, and I agree with you on that. And Cedric, we love the fan storyline, you know, and I think you have one with a player. So who's your favorite player in G2, and for how long have you been rooting for them?
Well, my favorite player is Tren. I've been a fan for 6-7 years, ever since the guard, and just he's my favorite player. I just love the way he plays and just how
6-7 years.
Coleman Cold, right?
Yeah, exactly. In G2, we are in our golden era. And Busio, you're a rat.
And Boostio, tu es un rat, on est dans notre ère goldée, dans notre âge d'or, effectivement. Et Tren, c'est mon joueur préféré, je le suis depuis l'époque de The Guard. Merci, les gars. Thank you. Who takes this decider on Ascent right now?
And we're looking at purely that uphill battle. The PRX stray shots being sent to the Fnatic camp.
Already depressed
from them, but we really have to iterate how much of a dire situation this currently is for PRX. The composition that they're playing, listen, the attack side is not favoured when you're going into the double sentinel. It's really going to test them on every single level and see how this team has evolved this year. And they're a squad that have high aspirations. They do not want to be getting sent into the lower bracket at this point. It is a bloodbath. It's a piranha pit down there, and it will be eventually. I know this is the first game of playoffs, but it's bound to be with the quality and caliber of the teams that we've seen so far.
No, I completely agree. Doing this again on the defense side. You look at the Coinbase Econ report, he's just pumping out damage to everybody. Number big, and he's gonna, by prioritizing getting an op in his hands on the defense side as well. Early on, he's the player they're gonna have to get through, but PRX need double pistol here to have a hope on Ascent.
Goes without saying. Round 13 then vitally important.
Literally first round is the
Thrifties and Eco straight back at you. Jorgen's going to be catching a lot of contact there, a lot of heat being sent his way through mid. PRX looking to really reinforce this one up, and that's a fight to be taken. Leaf though will respect it almost immediately. Trademark going to be broken, a lot of damage there. The shot dart just off the side of it and through the wall. Leaf is doors closed off into their faces here. Barely a pixel to work with, but PRX are still looking to overwhelm. Reinforcements though in through the back, and this is a weird timing to be taken. You've warded off your only avenue over towards A. Trying to put the squeeze down onto them. They could go in either direction if they're going to go back into Jonah P.
Oh, he could feast here with a frenzy.
They've got to clear this. So much damage being done to all of them right now, but that frenzy's barely out of there. 5 bullets left and trying to do the job, but this guy can't be stopped. They finally remove him, but the damage has been done from every single side and avenue and angle. Divido might have just done it, and he's brought it into that 1v1. Enough damage done in the process. Pac-Man versus Trent. Sova versus Sova. 30 seconds left, and they know
Sova versus Sova.
Both are damaged. Weak as anything, but right and he's got them that round they needed. A pistol round earned and potentially a chance.
That is such a huge round there for Pac-Man to win. He's had a rough game so far. He was 0-7 at some point. A kill by the end of the half, but wins are critically important. Direct opposition on the other side to give his team a lifeline. G2 look to try to take a fight again over towards B main, wondering if PRX are going to be fighting over there. Vice Flash tells them that someone's in that location, but it's Divine, he's already left. So a bit of a gap to be exploited down through mid. The worst thing in the world would be another one of these thrifties that we've seen so many of if PRX want to come back into this.
Slam shot into their face. Leaf is very forward onto the angle, committing headhunter bullets to that. The damage as well, trying to get it going through the wall, but something is lying in wait to strike. Jonah P flashing a peek of his own. Risky business here from G2. They're looking to really make it hard. Advantage.
Here comes the Sage Wall. Opportunities to punish Leaf here.
Double swing through. Catching onto it now, and Jinx right up on top. Sharp shooting again, but even better. Jonah P's side of things. Makes anything go in this spot. Hiding right behind Dice. Something now looking to reinsert himself back into the conversation. And a lot of damage done indeed. Team got his back. Better weapons at the end of the day. Kill onto something. Call it a successful eco. For PRX, they're going to keep every weapon intact. They can do the best job towards it with 3
here that are being shown by PRX. Yes, that's a full anti-eco round. But inserting somebody deep into market, going back over towards B main, breaking the door so your market player can actually have impact, and then doing your B exec, where you have the Sage Wall up. These are the kind of things that they'll be also needing to work in on their rifle rounds. The big problem is, I have not seen the Sage Wall put together a good A exec. Doesn't matter if PRX or it's Fnatic who are running it. I think G2 only really have to be afraid of mid and B.
It's being reinforced. Leaf is in position. Scared about the potential of a peek. Outlaw in his hands. A lot of full armors though across the board. There's respect being shown here by PRX, and it will force a hand of Leaf. He has to be incredibly precise if he wants to get value out of it. There's the one person with half armor.
The only one person with half armor, and it's Jing who gets caught.
Unfortunate.
Half armor player.
Still, seeing that util, that is a hell of a peek by something, and rapid shooting it is really at his best. Jonah P taken out of the equation. Some mid-round information. Divine's going to be tagged up, but still stands his ground, holds it down.
Trent may be asked a huge amount of in this round. He had a big round where he was defending the B site on Corrode. But I don't think that they should fall for this. Jorg has full A main info. The thing is, they're so far away, Valin and Jorgamo. They can't really help. That's why I'm saying massive pressure on Trent here.
Leave it up through mid, 2 shots to the body, chest or legs. Pick whatever you want. At the end of the day, it's all down to Trent right now into this spot, and he's still dodging, weaving, ducking away from all of this iron. A fight taken towards it. PRX ensuring that they hold on. They keep their eyes onto the smokes with those guns well trained. Divert themselves into a 2v2 from this spot.
Devi's going to hear Jorg coming up. Maybe not. He just cut noise.
He did cut noise from it, and the barrel's going to be poking out before. No, not quite. It's all about the timing here. Devi trying to cut it up into the corner, but the clearance. Immaculate stuff from Jorg. Piece by piece. Chunks out of the sight, making sure that be the menace. He had a hot hand earlier. We'll see if he can keep it going now into this 1v2. Currently 16 and 8. The players dropping down and giving him that perfect timing. Snap into it. 1v1. He's earned it. Does it again.
He is unstoppable, man. When you get him in these spots, he just makes the right decision every time. Another Red Bull clutch for Forsaken in a 1v2. And it's his push forwards to wrap around Dice here that just destroys
Change in the round, even drop on smoke.
There
was one way that PaperX were coming back into this game, and it was by winning a critical 1v1 clutch on the pistol, and then a bonus round from Forsaken. My God, they are doing it. The stress now over on the other side of the camp, because G2 can feel that they're losing control of this game. It should have been a slam dunk, easy one. They won pistol, and they only got 4 in the first half.
Ivan தோத்துட்டான் ஜான் அப்பி தான் சீக்கிரம் செத்தது பெரிய இதாயிடுச்சு பி சைட் ஈஸியா இருந்துச்சு அவனுக்கு
Never done when you think. You can't count this team out. No. Individual abilities. I mean, Forsaken has really been the counterweight.
He has,
Top of the scoreboard, currently at 18 and 8. He's winning clutches consistently throughout.
And Leaf's been on his punish game, hasn't he? Every time it feels like he's shutting down somebody else. Whereas Forsaken's been the playmaker. He's been running around there finding the most outrageous timings and utilizing his creativity more than anything else. They're incredible to watch, the people that you got in the server today. It is a beautiful way to open playoffs here at Champs. But one of these teams is going to have to try to make an outrageous lower bracket run.
Never really want to be in that spot whatsoever.
I mean, there have been almost no teams that have made a huge lower bracket run like that.
No, it takes insane resilience.
I mean, I think back to FPX at Copenhagen. Only team that's gone on something like one of these squads would have to.
Right. G2 have been knocked down to the weaker weaponry, so they take that time. During the timeout and now to think about what they need to correct moving forwards, but bit of working of mid here from PaperX. Leaf very aggro. Risk to be taken. This would be a round to do it, and he's got his chance there with a headhunter. No one was covering Jing on the cross.
Almost every round is ending B. If you're on an eco and you can afford to take more risks, you just stack B. And they've got 3 bodies on it. Another in this direction.
Cut darts to try and pave the way. Jonah P up into that spot. Smoke as well, propped up and on top of the wall. Nothing going to be escaping the eye of Jing. It's going to be sharp, but it goes on either side here. This is surgical precision with the sheriffs in their hands of the chaos. And now, quick pivot all the way over towards A. That's a deep TP into Wine Forsaken. Has to be sure that this is clear most of the way. And the spikes last across this angle. Leaf doesn't have enough bullets to do the job.
He wasn't going to do the job from that distance.
Jorgen will go for a repeat of his own, but it's all been contained here by Devi. Valeno has dropped this one. The spike.
That's just off sound cues.
He's got to know the rough position. There's only 13 seconds left. This is it. Forsaken's got to get a bit of a move on. He's got to watch this the entire time. Door close, and he does punish. Time earned. Carves out a path to success. It was the only way he could win this one. PaperX, they withstand that pressure.
I feel like every time PaperX are pushed to the brink in this match, Forsaken comes through for them. I think the lone exception was something winning that ridiculous round to get them into OT on Corrode, but every other moment, it's their captain steering the ship through stormy waters. Wow. Oh, he did just catch a glimpse of Patman there. God, the stress must be ridiculous in that coaching booth.
Time to jump.
Both teams have Steel Garden to try to work with. 4 in a row for PaperX, but G2 are on the favoured side, remember.
Flash an early take towards A main. Deep wall as well from Devi. Look at the control at B.
The spike is not going A. I mean, it only went A in the previous round because there was literally every defender stacking the B site. on an eco. PRX still looking like they want to pressure B over and over and over again. Now they've got the res here, so Jing shouldn't be as aggressive as he was in previous rounds. Let other people lead and take those early duels.
That one with a drone. Backing out. Leaf doesn't take his TP, so he's still got the rendezvous for a rainy day, which is Seal Garden's coming through anyway. Weaponry now, going to have to be fully reliant on a headhunter, but I don't think Leaf's got any bullets to really to his name. Just trying to tuck tight, ensure that he's not cleared out from this spot here while something looks to try and get the clearance down. Leaf, he's answered straight back. The weapon's into his hands and he's rendezvous TP'd into the side, man. Eventually cleared up. This is Still Garden both ways. Weapons taken away. The res in sight. Shorty does the job. Close quarters. That's where the action lies. Weapons to swing back out here. PRX have found themselves a way back in. But Jorgamo looking to see if he can answer. Knocking at the door, him and Jonah P. But Jonah P no more. There it is. Quick cleanup in the end. 3-piece by Jing. And a lead taken by PRX.
I really like this B exec where Jing doesn't wall up on the box, but instead goes and walls off market or something like that to stop the defenders coming through.
Down B.
Leaf picking up two, but he's got no escape mechanism there. I mean, they'd really have to not know what was going on to get caught by that. Jing also playing for the helps them enormously. It's a big round. PRX take the lead and knock G2's economy down. G2 need answers fast.
This is insane work by PRX. You're right, Josh. G2, they need answers. It's supposed to be their favored side, but pistol round, bonus conversion, round after round is being put together. Relentless as the opposition.
Whereas G2... Oh, Valent slipped back in.
He's trying to find that. It's been cleared anyway. It's going to be spammed surely here. This Anchor Smoke's the plan. Trying to work his way around something. Precise and sharp. Jorgamo trying to play tucked. What is that? Reaction by Jing. Disgusting stuff. The tour de force trailing back into the fight, but you don't have any advantage. 5 alive for PRX. Slow orbs at your feet. Cut out of every possible spot.
They've got the money. They might as well go for it.
No way. Leaf. Only an angle to be found. He's almost collected that onto Jing. Clearance on top of the wall, and damage done. As the matter that Jing is low. Done the deflecting this round. 2 rounds now being the difference, and PRX leading, running away with it.
Incredible resilience from PRX. Be coming back into the lead after a 4-8-half on your defense side. It's so different the way that both teams are approaching the attack side too. G2 was slow, controlled, trying to post up on angles and punish. PRX are just running execs. First 30 seconds, after doing a little bit of defaulting maybe, they go for a pop. And usually it's been on B. That was the first time where they've actually planned to end A at the start of the round. And now, maybe faking it out at the beginning again. But I don't think they're going to end with rifles on A pretty much ever.
I think to take the fight in that direction.
No, I think they only did it that previous because they knew it was an eco for G2.
Yeah. Hold on, what is this based off of? The Hunter's Fury?
Ripping it.
Okay.
Misclick.
Bit of spam down into mid, potentially a misclick, but he's only getting the damage onto 180. Device shot down from overhead, the way up. The heel in the back pocket though, he's going to be back up to 100.
They could have comboed it with the Euroworld, they could have used it as the PRX were pushing.
It's got to be a fat finger here. Jorgamo, he's not leaving.
Terrible gate crash as well. Terrible gate crash.
Way out into the open in that spot. Not in a position to try and withstand that pressure. PRX not really applying it now. Evenly across the board, and this is moving over towards B. Starwood is the defense again. They've got those thorns to try and delay and slow this one down. A tag of the drone potential there for a fight to be taken, especially as that smoke dissipates. Thorns at your feet, spam into the corner. I think they know that Jing's in that spot and that position. And Leaf, time to strike is there. The backstab that they needed is a spike drop down in the middle of nowhere. He doesn't overstay his welcome.
Thorns activated.
Let the spike be retrieved. Let it be picked back up. There's 15 seconds left and you haven't cleared these site plays. Jonah P, the anchor. And a thorn in their side. The flash and a peek, he's been denied. Deleted. It's going down fast and loose from G2. Trying to take the fight now, trying to take it together. And eventually they get the job done. But my God, did it take everything.
Leaf again with a really important double kill. Takes the opportunity to push that wall, take a risk in mid.
Full panic spray பண்றாங்க எல்லாரும்.
Throwing util at people. But there are some real wobbles going on here. There's never a world where your gate crash should be there.
வாளே உள்ளறதுக்கு முன்னாடியே கேட் கிராஷ் பண்றான்.
As well. They're about to give Patman a lineup towards the end. Maybe some mental issues creeping in here for G2.
இவன் தான் கில் இவனுங்க டீம் ஜெயிக்குதோ இல்லையோ இவன் தான் கில் ஐஎஸ்ல முடிக்க போறான்.
Might be taking a look at trying to post this one up towards B main, and Jog's got a judge. Yeah, well, their economy's shot. Bulldog as well coming out from Valorant.
Yeah, not at the danger zone just yet. Be up here, Forsaken.
He's actually holding his operator in B main, expecting Jorg to go for a push. Maybe Jorg would if he had a rifle, but he's got a judge, so I mean, he's never peeking this.
He's just holding.
And if you go back into B, which PRX 90% of the time are going to go back into B, Jorg will be there. The question is just how he uses his gate crashes, and this second one is actually used quite early on. I was wondering if he might be a bit more conservative with them.
Deep in the mid, that's a footstep heard. Trent is aware that something trying to take a timing against him.
Fake teleport.
Slow and steady is the game plan.
Retrieving flash.
They're leaving B. A rare A finish here perhaps from PRX. And Forsaken's got good control over towards A main. One trip and pressure on Leaf with the off.
They're going into him now. See what he can get done here. Potential damage to be dished out to Paranoid to try and slow them once more. Fire in your face there, as blind as anything, and he just spots it. Jump spot of something was a little bit too out into the open. There's enough of an angle that they can jump on it, but a res immediately to try and undo the damage. Something back into the fight. 5 players trying to look and make their mark into him with just a judge in the hand.
ஏன்டா ஓபன்ல போறாங்க பைத்தியமா இருக்கான்.
But it is slap dash, not put together whatsoever here from G2.
Smoke, அதான் அது ஓகே தான் ஆனா
An avenue and a sight line, and Leaf does deliver. Death blow after death blow, but Patman looking to answer straight back, and damage done to Valen. Weak as anything. Handed it back from Forsaken with a deeper TP. Jonah P will clean them up. These players, weak as anything. It's going to come down to the tiniest of details. Who can hit the first shot? And that is a risky one. Jump spawning around, jumping down into the fight. Patman left into the 1v1. Down in his face. He's going to try and break this one down, but with the damage done and the right click, Trent delivers it.
And he's got the time on the defuse.
Concentrate,
Sova. For that pistol round clutch. Patman did everything he could.
Oh my God.
But Trent delivers to tie things up. That round was madness. Absolute madness. Leaf gets 2 huge ones. Jonah P also, by the way, picking up Forsaken in spawn like he did on Corrode. Forsaken constantly trying to inject chaos into rounds like that. I was worried because G2 didn't have a follow-up for Jorgamo's ult. He just ended up at Jenny with a judge. Very bizarre. Actually in a horrible spot for both teams. Odds and ends as we head into round 21.
No. There's no scrim that can prepare you for this. Adjustments on adjustments.
Scanning ahead.
What an incredible pleasure that every map has been on a knife's edge as well.
Yeah, it's rare that you see that in Valorant these days.
It is.
Often ends up being more one-sided, but these two teams...
Sentinel
without a smoke in his face.
Might be getting a lot of pressure now, though. That drone will be clearing it. Will commit to it as soon as he sees the bodies and the signs of life, just backing himself out and away.
Smoked off now as PRX look like they're going for an A split.
Choking them out here. There's a Hunter's Fury to see if they can set this one up, but a Thorns as well. It's going to be delayed. No one can really push forwards and past that. It's a wasted ult at the end. Only a bit of damage onto George. Bodies are reinforcing. G2 have the entirety of the team. The army has arrived to try and put a stop to most of this, but a dart late in being delivered. Leaf, though, still getting active. To get into his approach, trying to bait those shots, and he can't be stopped. This is from him. One-man army himself. Forsaken, eager to put the bullets straight back into that body. These shots are coming thick and fast. Patman barely able to survive. 4 bullets left. He's going to try and find it. Too sharp. G2 The one's up to 11. The one's leading by 1 round.
கரெக்டான நேரத்துல கம்பேக் கொடுக்குறாங்க G2. G2 தான். ஆமா லீஃப் தான். G2ங்கறாங்க. லீஃப் தான் இழுத்து கூட்டி வந்துட்டு இருக்கான் டீம். இவங்க ஜெயிச்சா இவன் தான் MVP.
He's directly going toe-to-toe with 2 of his competitors right now for best player in the world. And he's the most impactful player on the server. And Leaf still has the op. That round was a big eco swing. And PaperX are taking a half.
Yeah, full pipe பண்ணிருக்கானுங்க. பாதி இவன் வாங்கியிருக்கான், அவன் வாங்கியிருக்கான்.
They can draw things into OT or pull out a
2 பேர் வாங்கியிருக்கானுங்க, 2 பேர் வாங்கல. ஏதோ ஒரு மாதிரி.
Working. Struggling, but they keep doing them in the last few rounds.
Subvert the expectations from seeing how to gear up towards this one. Few sheriffs, Bulldog and a Vandal. It's the only thing that works. The smokes as well. Denying that heaven angle just in case the operator was there, but Leaf to reposition. He misses his shot. Rarity at that, and it doesn't take the time to TP away. It's Forsaken with the punish. He was to play with a rifle. It's going to be the case, and the sheriffs, wow! PaperX, they know how to make them work. 2 players down here for G2 and an open plan. PaperX, a lot of damage being taken in this process. They're going to try and win this one with overwhelming firepower. Simon spam into the floorboards. Trent to remove Patman. Now he's looking for a little bit more. Big flash though, and an even better swing. Forsaken is putting matters into his own hands as the IGL. Straight shots and straight bullets. He's barely alive, but he's still getting it done. 3 for him. And time has been bought for his team to survive into this one, to play it all together. What a play by Forsaken. Put it all on his shoulders, and he will withstand it.
He's got the whole of PaperX on his back right now. It's outrageous. Every single time they need a hero, he steps up. It's just back and forth between Forsaken and Leaf for who's doing the most for their team. It's mad to watch, and look at what it's done to the economy.
28-29.
Now towards the end, and it could have flipped the whole series on its head.
On lopsided again.
Leaf though still with the tour de force.
He's been a danger player. Drone early. Usage onto him, tags him up. Doesn't care, disrespect. Fully being showcased. Deep TP into the bottom section of mid. We'll have to TP back here. PaperX now looking like they want to speed up into this perhaps. Thorns are being layered down to try and set this one up. Something. It's going to be that blade from the side. These are anchor players on G2. All triggered, flash forwards, and his shots in the dark as well through that smoke. Jorgamo, he's gone down. Still these angles, needs to be watched for. Jim will have to respect that one, and inside that smoke it's straight bullets being fired forwards. Shorty with a double dash there, a double right click. So one to put him down anyway. Plant going down now for Patman. Ships in the night, these players have rotated around, but they need to clear up something from this spot. G2, they need a chance. And it solely rests on making sure that they can get something. Ripping the ult. They think it's winnable. Dimensional drift. He's going to be getting the hell out of there. Something looking to rejoin the rest of his team. He's body blocking. Just being that nuisance player. And trying to get a bit of a move on. Balance forwards as well. Now barely any bullets to work with. It's all PaperX. A complete collapse and cleanup. The 12th round is theirs. One more step for match point.
What a recovery. You can't praise him enough. I don't have enough superlatives in my Yes, they've won the double pistol, but man coming back from an 8-4 down half,
it's unreal.
To run every single attack round basically back, and now be up 12-11. But the previous one was an anti-eco, now G2 with rifles back, and Trent's overalt that I think last time he misclicked.
Game of survival here for G2. They do not want to be dropped into that lower bracket.
Push
Respects it though. Sees that flash, will take the TP this time, doesn't overstay it.
And now Devi can take away their guns.
Immediately clone as well, just pops up the wall. They want to move into this one as a still guy on their own.
You have to Soveralt this.
Soveralt's going to be used though, that's an attempt at a punish.
Level.
And there it is, long range with the artillery. Trent trying to make a play towards him, and that's a race to instantly undo most of that damage. And something inserted himself making a bit of a home, just trying to set up camp, and they are going to. It's clean, but it goes on either side once more. Down to the finer details, and the gunplay is what matters most. G2.
Forsaken. Ulting, and now they're looking for him around spawn. They know, though, that the spike is going down over towards B. Valen checking B main.
Cancelled.
Full 3v3.
Gets the clearance onto this one. It comes down to it. The gunfight's taken. This PRX who want to square up towards it. They hear the footsteps, and they see the shot. Survive! Rains down that ledge! And it's PRX who survive! PRX who keep going! And PRX who deny G2!
That is about the best match you can possibly get to open up playoffs here at Champs 2025. Two of the teams that you're looking at as favourites for the tournament. And they go within 2 rounds across all 3 maps. I think that was G2's to win there, honestly.
Okay, bro, bye.
But they just couldn't find the moments. Again and again, despite the best efforts of people like Leaf. Just constant, magic moments from PRX. And a true grit and tenacity, showcasing hunger that has not abated at all since their trophy lift in Toronto. You might have thought that there'd be more hunger on the G2 side in a match like this. I think both teams brought the best out of each other, but PRX come out on top.
Well, sublime. I mean, a masterclass in Valorant here. We are treated with that matchup, and PRX move on.
It is going to be...
I mean, despite the best efforts of Leaf, this guy was dominant all day long.
He got 30 kills in regulation there on Ascent, but only 1 in the final round. And that was it. PRX swarmed onto the site.
The major difference being that man in the middle right there, Forsaken himself. He put the team on his back when they needed it most.
Yeah, what a hero.
Calling, shooting, it didn't matter. He was stepping up.
And this is how they won in Toronto, was with him